sparkle and sparkle and shine and shine and dance and dance and sparkle. You're going, oh, they're live. They're there right now. Hi, everybody. Hi. I was going to do some handstands, but you're all watching me now. So, welcome to the Backline Open Mic. Hello, hello. I'm your host, Brooke Barcel from Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha. Ha, get it, huh? Yeah. We have an open mic. It's pretty international. There's comedians from all over. So if you don't mind comedians, just shout out where you are from.
Chicago.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Vicksburg.
AJ showed a shirt, which said Maine, but everyone, you just saw my face. So I just wanted you to know that AJ's from Maine. We've been doing this every Tuesday since March. Last March, not this March. That wouldn't make any sense. But we have 3 minutes. Everybody does 3 minutes of comedy. It's really fun. Some of these people have been coming every week since March, pretty much. Last March, not this March. That wouldn't have made any sense. You know, it would have been yesterday. That would have been February, unless it was leap year last year. Was it leap year last year?
Yes.
Anywho, it was cool. Then it did kind of, never mind. Cool. So yeah, we're going to do an open mic. We're going to tell jokes. It's going to be really fun. I'm the host. I always post signups on Saturday mornings. So if you want to get on it, that's the best way to go. Just sign up. You don't need to add me as a friend. I might not accept you. I don't know who you are. I have a wall of self-defense mechanisms. Like, they'll shoot you down from far away. You'll be like, but I want it. And you're like, but I'm nice. And I'm like, but from far away, I don't know. Lots of people look nice, right? Ted Bundy looked nice. So, jokes, they say, tell jokes. I'm a substitute teacher, and sometimes I teach Catholic children. I wasn't a Catholic kid. So there's sometimes when I question if I'm saying things that I shouldn't say or not. Like, okay, so imagine this. You're a substitute. You go in to teach, and it says, March 1st, read this. And it's just talking about casting demons out and how the demons go into pigs and then the pigs kill themselves. And you're like, all right, Monday morning. And they're like, miss. And they're like, miss. And I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about demon exorcisms. Yeah, and I talked about that for a while. I actually even exercised a few of the kids. Like, one of the kids, he couldn't, like, stop shaking his leg. He can now. You know, it's like I just made it come true for them. They got to see it firsthand. I don't know if I crossed any lines, you know? I don't know. I feel like the kids are better, and that's the most important part, right? And I did tell them that Jesus went to hell. They seemed really confused. Really confused. They're like, but I want him to come back. I'm like, he did already. He already came back. I'm like, what are they teaching these children? Any Catholics in the room? Good. Okay, none, not one. You're like, I was, but it didn't stick.
I'm a recovering Catholic.
Me too.
It seems like a really intense, like they're like reciting how they're sinners and they're so bad and like, do with me as you will. Do with me as you will. Like, you don't want Catholic kids saying that to the fathers. Like, all right. There's gonna be comedy. I have 15 seconds. I try not to get too deep with my comedy because yeah, they said to not cling to your thoughts, but I love those bitches. You can follow me at Brooke Makes Fun or on OnlyFans, Brooke Makes Cum. All right, I'm the host. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Please put your hands together for me. Woo! I'll figure out how to say that so it doesn't sound weird someday. Maybe never. All right, on deck, we've got Brock Barcel. That's right, you heard it, Brock Barcel. But first, from my bedroom, kind of, been here at least 69 times. We've met and hugged in real life, even like cried together and got mad at people together. She has a show coming up March 19th. Is it hot in here? Please put your hands together for Trish Sullivan.
It's me. Yay. February 29th was last year. It was my mom's birthday. It would have been her 84th birthday or her 21st birthday. So my brothers and sisters and my cousins, a bunch of us went to an Irish bar and drank in her honor. So I thought that was fun. So that's how I know when leap year is. So I couldn't be here last week because I had an emergency. My internet went out and I was scrambling to get it back together because I work from home and I need the internet. I do comedy from home and I need the internet. I watch Netflix from home and I need the internet. So it was a big deal. And I called the company and they were like, we might have to send a technician. After they did a whole bunch of testing, they had me unplug it and replug it like 40 times. And then they did a bunch of stuff. And then they're like, we're gonna have to send a technician. And I'm like, nobody is allowed in my apartment for a year now. It was literally 50 weeks since anybody other than me had been in here. So I was really freaked out at the prospect, but it forced me to make a really big decision. Should I take down my Christmas tree? Yeah, it was February 24th when they were going to come in to my house. 2 full months after Christmas, Christmas Eve. And yes, and my tree was still up. And I thought about it really hard because the lights really make me happy. And in this terrible time, you need to do whatever makes you happy. But really what decided it for me was the people across the street. Because I know at this point, if I take the tree down and turn the lights off, they're going to get worried. What happened to that old lady over there? And they're going to call the police and to do a wellness check. And then I'm going to have to not only deal with the technician from Comcast, but also with the police. So I compromised and I took down the Christmas stockings from the mantle. So I did that. And he fixed it. And I just wanted to do a short commercial for Burn Everything Teas. I got my beautiful coffee mug from KJ's company last week. And that was a highlight last week. And I don't have a lot of other things to say other than wear a fucking mask and stay the hell out of Texas. I'm Trish. Have a great week.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
That was Trish Sullivan. This is my shirt. It says sex workers deserve better. Goodness gracious. You expect somebody to do something really kind to you and you don't be kind back. What the hell? Anywho. Thank you, Trish. Burn Everything Teas. Look it up. We'll be plugging it. We've got, I made one mistake. So Brock is on deck. Our next comedian, fantastic, hilarious. Been here at least 69 times. Please put your hands together for Michael Cooper.
Hey, I hope y'all are doing great. I'm doing good. I don't really like the number of people in my life who believe in God, but don't believe in my comedy career. Like, you can stare at the eastern sky waiting for Christ to split it upon his return to earth for 20 years because you believe that he arose on the third day, but you can't watch a 5-minute YouTube clip because you believe in my ability to handle a misdirect. Infuriating. Borderline offensive. It's getting worse though, because now corporations can be religious. There are Christian banks. What the fuck kind of business plan is that? Imagine telling your business partner that you would like to open up a faith-based lending organization. I could still do a credit check though. It really hurt getting turned down by a faith-based lending organization. Mr. Cooper, we have no questions about why God would have cruelly turned all those gophers into wood. But we do have questions about your spotty employment history. I'm starting to think the religion thing might have been some shit that rich folks made up to fuck with us poor folks. And that is why I'm starting my own religion. It's called If You're Poor Like I Am, Don't Fuck Rich People. You can fuck all of the other consenting adults you would like to. 0 rich people. Why should they get to come and retire at the age of 65? He that doth not work does not come. Some folks hear that and they think that I hate all entrepreneurs. You know, that's not true. I think there's some that have done some good things. Like, y'all know on them golf courses where all those rich folks hang out at? Whichever entrepreneur decided to put alligators out there. Listen, I don't know if I might have confessed to a crime during this set regarding bank fraud, but just in case, I've been Roger Stone. Thanks so much.
See you later, alligator.
After a while, I know.
Okay. That was Michael Cooper from Chicago. Put him on your show. He'll make your people laugh. You'll be glad you did it. Woo, woo, woo. On deck is Katie Zane. On my paper, it says Catherine E. Zane. I like that.
I hate that
Very
so
fancy. What?
I said I hate that so much. I do not know how I got signed up with my full legal name.
I don't know. I was like, why did you type it in?
I guess
You
my
didn't?
autofill on my phone. I don't know what did me dirty.
I think it's beautiful.
What's the E for?
It
We all want
reminds
to
me
know.
of Catherine.
Oh, I mean, it's just
Zeta-Jones.
Elizabeth. This is my middle name that I
What?
dumbly started including in my legal name. So now the E is always there.
Who are these voices? Where are they coming from? Oh my gosh, how weird. It's almost like I'm with all of these other people at the same time. They're just hidden. They're all hidden. Okay, I gotta read something for this, but Katie is on deck. Our next comedian. Okay, so from What is the Backline? What is that thing you and Kelly put on in that theater class you took down by the rec center? But no, whatever it is, I have not. Where are you from? He said, West Omaha, bitch. And then he said, Brooke, what's up? It's Brock. I found this from Jenny Schaefer's Facebook, which you blocked me from, but whatever, pretty fucked up, but I've forgiven you and everyone. I've been sober for almost 3 years and I have been doing better. Don't matter much. Still got to go on a Facebook comedy thing to see my twin sister, but whatever. IDGAF anymore, Brooke. I really don't. I mean, we family and all, so hit me up if you want to chill. Sorry for all that shit, but you owe me some sorries too, all right? I'll try to join the thing and talk to you, and if I have to do jokes, I'll do it. Maybe tell some stories and shit about when we were young. That is if you don't block me and try to keep me out of your life like all you has for however long now. So that was a message from my twin brother. Please put your hands together for Brock Barcel.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, sis, twin sis. I know this is kind of weird for you and weird for everyone, but I hate to do this, but guys, when your twin sister and the rest of your family abandons you, it is a bit difficult getting in contact with family. And does anybody have any twin bros or sisses who have abandoned them by chance? I am Brooke's twin brother. You may not be able to tell by the difference in accent. Strangely enough, we grew up in the same household, and I talk like a feller from Mississippi. She talks like vanilla white chick from the Midwest, but whatever. We genuinely are. What is it? We're twins. Jack White, Meg White, whatever. We just happen to take different paths in life. One of us chose the path of celery juice and comedy performance production and ganja. The other of us chose the path of pretty intense opioid addiction, 5 children out of wedlock, and continued opioid addiction. It's been, and you wonder why I'm the black sheep of the family, guys. And this is Brooke again. Please reach out, talk to Devin, tell him I need to talk to Stephanie. I've got Donald Trump Jr. here. Y'all need to meet the rest of the family. I've had 3 other babies' mamas and 2 wives since I was disowned by the fam. And I miss y'all. I know y'all don't miss me. As weird as it is to be called a third cousin by your twin sister, for anyone who's a fan of Brooke's comedy career, that's one of her bits she's been doing for going on a quarter century now. But Brooke, God bless you. I still want to be in your life. I've gotten clean. I do want to apologize for stealing your bong in 11th grade and letting Rodney pack it with some hash. We got fucked up and broke it. I apologize for that. At the same time, I feel those accumulated events and choices in my life shouldn't cause me to be abandoned by my twin sister. Guys, I don't really want to apologize because you're total strangers in little boxes on a Zoom thing. I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm sorry you had to deal with me trying to make amends with my sis. Have fun with the comedy game, and yeah, Brooke, I'll text you my number. I don't know why there's numbers here. 3132. What is that? 35.
Okay. Everyone, Brock Barcel, black sheep of the family. There's a reason we don't want him around. Obvious. But also Michael is hilarious and very funny. So thank you for that. Very personal, very wild, very weird. Made everyone question what was real and what wasn't real. One more round of applause for Brock Barcel. Obviously fraternal. On deck is Newman. Newman, you're on deck. Next comedian from Chicago. Been here at least 69 times. Has a podcast, Zane's Anatomy Podcast, dropping every Friday on Facebook. Some really cool hot takes on Grey's Anatomy. Please put your hands together right now for Katie Zane.
Thank you so much, Brooke. Yeah, that was fun. Somebody actually DM'd me and was like, "Is this for real?" I was like, no. I know which comic that is. No, it's not real. I thought it was real when you were reading the thing, but then when I saw Michael, I was like, "Oh no, that's not Brooke's twin brother." They definitely have different moms. Definitely have different moms. Yeah, so my set's a little tonight, and luckily it's short, so I'll get through this. So I just treaded on some new queer territory. You know, like there's a gay experience I had never had, and now I've had it. Some bigots want to keep me away from my nieces because I'm a queer person. And I'm like, oh shit, okay, I'm having this queer experience, getting prepared, you know? Like you want to be part of, you know, but that's not the kind of part of I was looking forward to. I was like, I'm enjoying the rainbows and unicorns and sunshine part of queerness, which is pretty dope. Not really looking for the fire and brimstone part of queerness. Thank you very much. I am lucky enough to be a queer person that has never had to deal with their family being bigoted towards them. A lot of queer people, especially comics. I know a lot of comics that are queer that have had to deal with their family being super awful. And I'm lucky that this is the first time this kind of experience has happened to me. Honestly, I'm 37, pretty lucky. But also, like I said, not the part of the gay club I was trying to be in, you know? Like I wasn't like, oh, there's a whole bunch of things on my agenda that are missing. Like I need to cross it off. You know, and there's always that the narrative that people want to be offended.
Mm.
No one wants to be offended.
Mhm.
No one wakes up and goes, you know what I want to be? Irritated all day. You know? Like no one wakes up like that. Like I can tell you, I have borderline personality disorder and I do wake up and feel irritated all day about nothing. And I do not recommend it. You know what I mean? Like I just don't recommend that experience. But this is you know, I don't like treating comedy as therapy because I think it's sort of disrespectful to the art. But thank you all for letting me have a space to tell my truth tonight and make it funny. I really appreciate Backline and Brooke and Ira and Natalie and everything you guys have done for the last year. Thank you tremendously from the bottom of my heart. You guys have put on one of the best fucking shows for the past year. Like all the dedication, all the energy that Brooke throws out. It's crazy. So thank you guys. Let me give the rest of my set to you. Thank you so much.
Oh, making hurts. Yay!
Wow, that was fantastic. Started off talking about me, ended talking about me, like bunch of funny truths in the middle. Love you too. Love you too, Katie. I'm sorry about that with your nieces. That's what's scary about being ourselves. It's like shouldn't be a scary thing just to be able to be yourself. I think that as more and more people keep doing it, you know, like it'll just become a thing, right? Like little by little, bit by bit, everything got better. Okay, Emma is on deck. Our next comedian's been here before from Santa Clara. I think Clara.
Clara.
Yeah. Everybody's like, you say it wrong every time. I know. Everyone, please put your hands together for Newman Shike.
What's up, guys? I'm gonna be honest. I think it should be socially acceptable to give condolences in advance. Like, like if I'm at your grandma's 90th birthday party, and I see her taking a little too long to blow out her candles, and I know I'm gonna be like busy next week. I think it should be cool to just be like, just go to the family, be like, hey, I'm sorry for your loss, you know, just in case I forget later on. Like, I think that should be a thing. I don't know, but I'll be honest, like, my priorities are pretty messed up right now. Like, I think I have a stronger stance on like music than I do on human rights. Because yeah, I do believe that like you should treat people equally regardless of like what they look like and who they love. But if I had to choose between hanging out with someone who hates Indian people and someone who doesn't like Daft Punk, I'm sorry, but I'm hanging out with the bigot, you know, like I have some family members that suck, like I get it. But, you know, I can't understand bad taste. I've been watching a lot of serial killer documentaries lately, and I think they're making me a better person, you know, because like I'm being a lot nicer to people now, mainly because I don't know who's going to turn out to be a serial killer. But I've also been careful not to be like too nice to people, you know, because the only thing that's worse than being someone who a serial killer hates is someone who a serial killer likes, you know, like that would be awful. I was at a friend's intervention recently because we were really worried about his heroin use, right? And you know, my friend, he reacted like any heroin addict would. He was like, I'm not addicted to heroin. I only do it a couple times a day. And and you know, like one of my other friends, he's like, well, addiction is technically defined as when you use something so much you can't really function normally anymore. And I was thinking to myself, like, that's a stupid definition, you know? It's like I'm sober all the time and I still can't function normally. So I think an addiction should be described as when you do something so much that it becomes like the most interesting thing about you. Like if you're at parties and people are introducing you like, hey, this is my friend, the ketamine guy, then you need help. But if you're at parties and you're being introduced like, hey, this is my friend, he plays piano, and also regularly uses ketamine, then you're not addicted. You're just like a unique person with like a wide variety of interests. I guess I'll sign off there.
That's good stuff there, Newman. Thank you.
Thanks.
Woo! Newman Scheich from Santa Clara, California. Holy Brooke. Brock Barcel says there is 5 more minutes of backstory from our childhood, so stay tuned. Holy. On deck is Trevor Gertensen. He's been here before. He's fun. But first, from Rochester, New York. Been here before. Super, super funny. Put your hands together for Emma Paxton.
So, my ex-boyfriend sometimes wouldn't text me back. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give him a taste of his own medicine, and I'm not going to text him back. But wait, he'd probably really love that. Like, And then similarly, sometimes he would ignore me in conversation. I was like, fine, I'm just going to not talk to him then. Wait, that's like a gift, not a punishment. I've been waking up earlier, coming to morning person, never been one of those peppy moms like, good morning, good morning. No, it's really not a good morning. It's never been a good morning. It's really just morning. Let's drop the good. But I've been waking up earlier and, like 10:30 rolls around and I'm like, you know what? Kind of ready for lunch. Guys, remember when your mom would say like you'd be driving by like somewhere on a road trip and you wanted to stop for food? And your mom's like, no, I have a snack in my purse. But the snack in her purse is like a granola bar that's like 20 years old. And it's baking in the hot sun. And it's like a mixture of like chapstick and crumbs from 10 years ago. And it's melting and dry. And you're like, no, this isn't ice cream. That's not a good snack in your purse. Breaking up with people is fun, right? Like I've never done it. But it seems like it would be fun on the other side. When people ask who broke up with who, I usually say it was mutual, which really means I kind of felt like breaking up with them, but I didn't have the nerve. So I just waited till they did it. Breaking up is painful, right? Like super painful, actual physical pain. But there's some good stuff about it too. Some good stuff. I guess the best part about a breakup is you never have to pretend to like that person's favorite band ever again. Because in the beginning, it's like, do you like heavy metal? And you're like, yes. 10 hours of constant screaming is literally my favorite thing to listen to. Their favorite song comes on in the car and it's like, I'm going to kill this bitch and put her in my car. And I'm like, I feel super safe and super respected as a woman. But in the end, you don't have to do that anymore. You can do what I've always fantasized about doing, but have never actually done. Go to their house if they have a house. They probably don't. Open the door, scream in their face. By the way, fucking hate Metallica, slam the door. If they appreciate heavy metal, they'll appreciate the screaming. All right, you know what? That's it. That's all I'm going to do for tonight. So I'll give the rest of the time back to the room. Thank you.
Emma Paxton, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's fun. Oh, yeah. Okay. On deck now is KJ. You saw the mugs, you saw the t-shirt, and then you'll see the KJ. But first, also from Chicago, he has on March 17th a show at Bonkers Comedy Club. Please put your hands together for Trevor Gertensen.
Hey, all right. So I'm wearing makeup, and a lot of times people refer to me as a goth, and they always have questions about it, but there's really not like a lot to tell, right? Because it's basically the same as everyone else. Like that was the song, I guess. Yeah. Like some people, like you might listen to Taylor Swift. I listen to 9 Inch Nails. You might like La La Land. I like Requiem for a Dream. You like to have a glass of wine with dinner. I have to hunt people down and drink their blood for sustenance. It's basically exactly the same. So I am fortunate enough. I feel lucky to be in a relationship right now. They're kind of crazy, but so often than not, I'm not in a relationship. And I found it interesting that more than one time, someone like goes, "Oh, you're single. Like, what are you gonna do if like you die? Like, who's gonna find your body?" I was like, "Well, is that why you're in a relationship? Because that's terrible, right? Like, I don't want to be found by the person I love the most in the world. I want to be found in the woods by a bunch of teenagers with a stick. Like, that's how God intended." And I realize how fragile like a relationship can be. You know, like I'm probably like a few days away from her waking up one day and being like, "Wait a minute, I don't fuck clowns," and then single again. I was with one of my friends who went to a magic shop to get his kid a little introduction to magic book. And when we're at the checkout, the guy behind the counter is like, "So this is a great introduction to magic book. However, this was written a while ago. So you have to realize that some of the beliefs in there may not hold up to today's standards." Which I had to wonder, like, what happened in your life with magic that just the pure introduction to a magic trick brings on hate speech? That seems incredibly unnecessary. Like, you know, anyone can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Also, no girls allowed. And the worst part about it is, like, this is a published book. Like, an editor had to go through this, and like a publisher had to want to like do a bunch of them. And so they went, "Yeah, the math checks out. No girls allowed with magic. Let's put it to the printers." It was mind blowing. I always wondered, like, with serial killers, because you know someone else brought them up earlier. What happens if someone breaks into your house and tries to murder you while you're on house arrest? Like, you're running away from the killer, you get to the front door and you're just like, "Ah, shit." Well, the law is the law. I guess you got me. And I came home from oh wait, shit, my time's up. Thank you guys.
All right, Trevor Gertensen, he got home. Woo! And a lot of other fun things. Have fun at your show on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, good to see you. We've got just 87 more, so don't go anywhere. On deck is Stephen Douglas, our next comedian, queen of radical comedy, burn everything tease, has a show coming up too. Just so many really, really cool things. Please put your hands together right now for the one, the only KJ Whitehead.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much, Trish, Brooke, for showing off my merch, which I am also just wearing right now.
Yes.
My conservatives are fucking useless shirts are also available. Thank y'all so much for showing that men aren't funny, as indeed they are not. Speaking of men not being funny, happy Women's History Month. It's finally started.
Woo!
Like, where historically women are a lot happier with cunnilingus. And I think that's that's fair to say. Or if in my case, analingus, which my partner just won't do for me, unfortunately. To be fair, everyone, if I could have both a penis and a vagina, I most definitely would. So that when a conservative tells me to go fuck myself, I can say thank you. So that's just where I am.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I wish I had both. But you know what? That's what dildos are for. Speaking of dildos, since they're used for me to go fuck myself, my most incredible injury ever in my life was when I was 18. I bought my first dildo. 2 weeks later, I got all 8 inches of it stuck inside my rectum for 9 hours straight.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mother had to leave church just to drive me to the hospital. I say this for a reason. That was over 10 years ago, and I have several other dildos along with it, proving that dildos are pretty much like chips. They come in all shapes and sizes and colors, and you can't have just one. But I'm, more of a woman than I was last week. I think 3 months now I've been on estrogen, 2 or 3 months. I actually feel pretty good. Well, my nipples are so sensitive that they constantly need validation. That's the one downside to estrogen right now. But just a year ago, I remember I was working with kids as a kindergarten aide, and I remember one kid told me that I would never be a real girl. An actual 5-year-old said that to me. Now, I thought it would just be hilarious if he grew up to be a bigger faggot than me. You know, and as hurtful as that was, a week later in gym class, he did shit himself. So, forgiven. Buy my merch. That's how I make a living now. Burn everything tees. Thank you all so much. Take yourselves and each other.
Woo!
KJ Whitehead, burn everything. Tease. Awesome. On deck now is Janice, our next comedian from Bangor, Maine. Please put your hands together for the very funny Stephen Douglas.
Unmute.
You're on mute, Stephen. Stephen, you're on mute. Your lips are moving.
Okay, here we go.
Here we are.
Sorry about that. Oh man. So thank you for letting me be here tonight. Hope I can make somebody laugh. All right. So Martin Luther King had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream that I was a legend in my own mind. Turns out I was right. I am a legend in my own mind. I was recently diagnosed with kleptomania, but it's okay. I took something for it. So a friend of mine said to me, he goes, you know what? You should bring a vibrator in your sex life. He goes, I think you'll have a good time with it. You and your wife will enjoy it. So I said, well, you know, I guess I'll give it a try. But you know what? I'm not really a big fan of the vibrator. I mean, I don't mind a finger in my balloon knot, but that vibrator, that's a pain in the ass. So when flying on the plane, they always say that, you know, the seat can be used as a flotation device. Well, I think if the plane's going down, it's going to be used as a toilet because you're going to shit yourself, and I don't think it'd be a good idea to use it as a seat floating device after you hit the water. So, you know, I've noticed recently that they're putting a lot more sex ads on TV. I think they're running out of regular fun ads to get people to buy their products. I recently saw a Red Bull commercial where there was I think it was a dash hound, and her little puppies were walking to their bed, and a little wiener dog came walking by. He stopped, drank a Red Bull, and his tail sticks up, you know, like a boner. Have you guys noticed that there's also this crazy warning on food products that's been coming around a lot more lately? And it says, warning, caution, eating too much of this product can cause anal leakage. Can we just stop putting ass-leaking ingredients in our food supply? I don't really think that's really necessary. I mean, if you need to wear a maxi pad in your underwear in order to eat a food, I think we can go without. You know? So recently I saw in the news that people are dying from swallowing their toothbrushes. I don't know how that's turning out, but that's a crazy way to die. Oh, crap, my time's flying by too quick. Well, thanks a lot. That is my time. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all next week.
Woo! Woo, woo! Stephen Douglas, everybody. Bangor, Maine. Check him out. Well, you just did. You can see him next week and then the week after that, too.
Definitely.
Yeah. Everyone that's in the chat, put your social media information there so we can follow one another. And then also on the live stream, because there's other people that are watching that might want to, you know, catch up and watch what y'all are doing, what you're up to. Yeah. All right. Andre, you are on deck. Our next comedian, been here at least 69 times.
Minimum.
As a show on March 20th called Las Locas Comedy. Please put your hands together for Janice Rodriguez.
All right, I'm in a weird. I'm giving you guys the OnlyFans view right now. with my like childhood teddy bear. I'm 42 years old, guys. Don't stop believing. Okay. Never grow up, I guess. So I just actually read a really funny, it's not funny, a stat that said that there's going to be 300,000 to 500,000 less people born this year. So they're calling it a baby bust. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know if you guys know this. And it's like a really big deal because it like, there's not enough, worker bees to work the capitalist machine that we're all on. So the economists are really, really upset. Like really, it's a big deal. And then I'm really shocked because I totally thought when the Rona started that people would just be fuck it. Like I thought, I was like, yeah, everyone's gonna be locked in. And instead people decided to make sourdough and play chess. So we're gonna have an internet, like literally a crisis that lasts like the next 20 years because y'all watch Queen's Gambit. That's really what happens. No, they've done a lot of studies, the pandemic has like disproportionately affected women because, guys are assholes. Sorry, love you guys, but I hate you. I'm married to one of you. And there's been a lot about how women have just kind of gone back into these really stereotypical roles, like teaching the kids and stuff, and like everything fell back on their shoulders. And I'm thinking like, well, that's why. Like they said vasectomies are up, like tubal ligation's up. And I'm like, I think people they signed up to have kids. They signed up to like feed them and love them. But when you added like the teaching, like that was one step too far. You know what I mean? That's what my tax dollars are for, damn it. You figure out the ABCs. So anyway, if any of you guys are at home teaching your kids, I admire you a ton. Yeah, there's a lot of people also working on themselves, right? People taking this time, kind of like realign, like do this whole self-care thing. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to get a little annoyed, especially people who are like, you know what, I'm on my own journey. I'm just, I'm doing my own thing. I'm on this journey. And I'm like, dude, then take your own journey by yourself. Why do you keep talking about it on Facebook? You know what I mean? You don't need to like share your journey. You just said it was your own journey. Like, I'm an asshole. So admit. This is a little old. I haven't been here in a minute, but I'm still thinking about this. So I don't know if I have enough time. Okay, super quick. Biden, you guys all, I think the Bidens are freaks, and I'm here for it, right? Like I do think that I'm here for it. So I'm really was worried about who moved their box during the inauguration. You guys all have that box underneath your bed. If you guys didn't know, somebody set up their entire house while they were getting inaugurated, and I'm thinking like, what intern like had to put their sexy box away? Just think about that tonight. All right, that's my time. Bye.
Thanks, Janice. Thanks for putting that in our head.
That's what I'm
here for. I got a creepy Biden box in my brain. Like, what am I gonna do with that? There's some weird fucking. Thanks. I wonder if the three-minute version of that. Like, I bet that's a fun joke. Woo! One more round of applause for Janice.
Thank you.
On deck is Haley Hackett. Yay! Our next comedian's been here before from New York. His show is streaming at twitch.com/Comedy Hub on March 9th. He says they have a great lineup. Check them out. Please put your hands together right now for Andre Medrano.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having me. I'm having an awesome Tuesday. I hope you are too. I don't like the emergency room because of all the obvious reasons, like the pain and suffering and death and all that stuff. But also, I don't like the question they ask you. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does that hurt? 7 years of medical school, we're gonna play this game? Okay, cool. How about a 2? And then they're like, 2? There's people here with real problems, go home. You're like, all right, fine. What about a 9? And then they're like, 9? You rolled your ankle and it's a 9? I pulled a steak knife out of a man's sternum 45 minutes ago. Some people have real problems. Take some time. Either way, it doesn't matter what you answer. It's just an excuse for a doctor to call you a baby. I don't like that at all.
Yep.
I've been watching a lot of art crime documentaries. I'm really getting into the groove. I like serial killer stuff too, but the art crime ones are cool because in most cases nobody dies, so it's like just harmless fun. And also, all of the victims in art crimes are idiots and they deserve it. They're all like really, really rich and super dumb. And like straight away, you know what's going to happen because they're like, yeah, like this woman would drive in from Long Island with like a Rothko in the backseat of her Honda Civic. So I thought that was suspicious, but like she knew a lot about art, so I trusted her. Like, that's insane. I'm glad you got ripped off. Oh, nothing. Also, I feel like actors have two very different schools of thought about accents. Like when I found out Damian Lewis was not American, it blew my mind because he sounds so American. Rebecca Hall, same thing. Ben Mendelsohn. And then there's like Sofia Vergara and Arnold Schwarzenegger and people like that who just like gave up trying. And I brought that up to my friend and he's like, yeah, well, they're not American. They weren't born here. I'm like, well, first of all, it's their job. Second of all, Arnold Schwarzenegger has been American longer than I've been alive. Like, you can try a little bit harder. I've done this mic, I think 69 times, and I like it for the most part. It's pretty good. I've noticed that no one is talking about how good I look, and that shit has to stop. I am extremely attractive, and I'm very, very, very insecure. So I came up with a list of reasons you guys aren't talking about why I don't look good. First one is I do look good, but the last time you saw me, I had a shirt that clashed with my complexion. Number two, you acknowledge how good I look, but you don't like me and you don't want to give me the satisfaction. That one hurts. I hope that's not the case. Number three, the liberal media. Number four, you have a lot going on in your life and you don't have the time or the energy to devote to tell me how good I look. That one's fine. If that's the case, I don't mind. Number five, maybe you have been talking about it and I wasn't listening. So that's all I got, guys. Have a good night.
Andre Medrano. I was like thinking like if like a lot of us could do like a similar kind of premise, like you don't like how I look but we're all like there's a lot of good looking people in here, so that'd be hard. That'd be hard, okay? But very well done.
Thank you.
Woo! Everyone check out that show on Twitch. Follow each other, support each other, share the links. We just create a culture of sharing and supporting, and then we just model it. Yeah. All right, on deck now is Haynes Steven. But first, coming from LA, please put your hands together for Haley Hackett.
Oh, hello. How are you guys?
Woo! Hello.
Been a hot minute. Dude, what Janice was saying about how women are taking on, more of the domestic roles, so true. Like, I like almost quit comedy because I was just making so many granola recipes, like just trying them out. I mean, you can add pecans. Then I had to see like if I could balance the sweet with the, the nuttiness, you know what I mean? And then like there's granola for different things. Like, do you want to put it on some cereal? Do you want to put some milk in it? I'm just trying to make sure my man doesn't leave me because we have a year-long lease. Okay. You know what I mean? Like stakes are pretty high. Like I'm trying to keep him around during the pandemic. It's hard, my dad wants to be like a grandfather and I'm just like, okay, listen, I like my birth canal being the size it is. Right now. I don't like, do I tell you about how many like extra large dicks I've denied because of this? Like, how do I get to the you know what I mean? Like, it's hard enough when I'm constipated. Like, I don't want my belly to be any bigger. I don't want to deal with any more. I just don't, okay? Listen, you may not get the constipated joke, but half the time when I'm constipated, I think I'm pregnant and I immediately think about abortion. So it's just, I need you to get on that level. So also, I'm recently, guys, little news, I'm recently unemployed. So, yeah, I quit my job because I'm reckless. Like, that's really all it is. And my problem is, like, I don't care. I don't really care to get another job. And I just, honestly, I admire addicts, like drug addicts, because they have so much motivation to get just enough money for their needs, like, I just keep thinking, like, was addicted to cocaine. At least I would always make enough money to buy more cocaine, Like, you've never met an addict that has been broke long enough to get clean. So I just feel like this would work for me. I just have all these to-do lists right now, and I hate them because it's like, I'll look at it and it'll be like, due taxes on Monday. And I'm like, oh shit, it's Monday of the year. It's been a year since that Monday, though. Like, that's upsetting. And then I'll think about it, I'm like, what was I doing on that Monday? And I'm like, oh my God, the Gilmore Girls reunion special came out. And that just took up a lot of my time. Anyway, I think that's all for me. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you.
Bye. Put your hands together for Haley Hackett. She is so funny. Check her out. She has a podcast. She has the Instagram, very fun. And then also a Monday night open mic. It's a storytelling mic. So if you like doing kind of like a longer story type of joke set, if you will, it's really fun. It's good. I like it. I'm meaning to get there, but I'm so busy. And then self-care, like, it's so hard. And then like the bills, and then thank you. That was fun. All right, we're almost gonna flip over on the list here. Almost. On deck is Camilo. Camilo, you are on deck. But first, from Seattle, please put your hands together for Haynes Stevens.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me, Brooke. Yeah, my name's Haynes Stevens. I really only wrote down one thing to talk about. I have the opportunity to get like vaccinated pretty soon, which I'm pretty terrified of because I don't think I'm ready to be vaccinated yet. Like, I'm too scared about having to re-socialize like into society. It's been too long. I don't know how we're expected to do that. Like, we've all gone from living like hermits this past year. Like my behavior for the past 12 months would be like Osama bin Laden's if I had a DoorDash account. It's like the exact same. Or if he had a DoorDash account. I should have written that better. And now we're supposed to just integrate into like polite society. Like, I don't know how that's gonna go. That should be a reality show. I'm way more interested in that. Like, screw The Bachelor. I just want to see Marvin adjust to an open space office, after working the past year exclusively in his underwear. And now we just have to see him get used to normal life again. Like, it's gonna be bad, dude. We're all gonna be really bad going in. Like, I don't remember how to hold in my farts anymore. I think I've lost that skill permanently. I've been farting like a girlfriend who's finally comfortable in the relationship, and it's been like, it's nothing to bring into public, really. Oh my God. And we've all been so deprived of like human touch, like imagining the first hug of 2021 is going to be a crazy thing. Or even the first like shoulder bump in the hallway is going to feel like a tantric sex act after like all this like physical deprivation that we've undergone, And it's going to be we're going to have to like learn so many things about people that show up. Like, we're going to have to find out everyone's personal rule for how many days in a row you can wear the same pair of pants. You know what I mean? Like, Monday we'll see things change, and then by Thursday, Paul will still have the same sweatpants, and we'll be like, okay, Paul, we know what you've been doing. We'll have to start backwards. We'll have to go, every day is casual, and then formal Fridays is going to be the new trend, because we're going to have to slowly just readjust back into this society. And you can't even you have to go to meetings in person. Is going to be ridiculous. Like, you have to pretend to pay attention. You can't just mute your camera anymore. Like there's gonna be someone at the like end of the table being like, Paul, I can tell you're not looking at me. Stop watching porn on lunch. That's my time. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Brooke. I'm Hayden Stevens.
Woo! Hayden Stevens, everybody. If you heard the coughing, something went down the wrong pipe and I shot water all over my computer and everything's fine. No big deal. Woo! You're just too funny. Like in my sinuses. I feel the burn in my face. Feel alive. Woo! Oy. Oh yeah. This is such a cool room. I can't help but admire it. And I gotta say something. Everyone is so awesome. Y'all are so unique and different and not boring. And I appreciate that very, very, very much. Thank you for coming and being here. Steven or Haynes is part of Tag Team Tuesdays.
Yeah.
What's Tag Team Tuesdays? Some of us already had a meat slap together.
Yeah.
We slap meats.
With Ham and Brian from Connecticut. So they run a mic before this, and it's a meat slap mic. These are your meats. You slap your meat. Yeah, so some of us go there first and then come here, and then they'll come here later. So you watch the end of the show, you'll see them. They're really cool. Good to see you. Wow. Woo! Kind of burns. All right. Rhonda Lee Jones, the first round of your 42 sets is next. But first, from New Market, Canada, please put your hands together for Camilo Manajares.
Thank you, Brooke. It's good to be here. Might have to check out that meat slapping mic, maybe. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
All right. So for this week, when you hear about supporting local businesses, yeah, I'm a little reluctant. Like, I don't know if maybe I just need more trust, but when the vaccine comes out, I'm going to get it at the hospital. I'm going to get it where it's government funded. I'm not going to support the guy who's selling it underneath my stairwell. I mean, I know he's a local boy and everything, and he'll appreciate the support, but I don't want this vaccine to be another clever disguise for heroin again. With this guy, it's never Rome. It's all roads lead to heroin. Like drop. Okay, good to see you guys appreciate that old joke there. All right, so a little bit about me. I've been doing Zoom comedy for about 5 months now. Everything. But there's also problems at times, like when your mic gets cut and nobody hears the joke. But I found it's actually kind of funny when this happens. I was at another mic and it happened, and now I want to demonstrate how that felt. All right, so I'm gonna do a little role playing, and I'm gonna pretend to be the guy whose mic just got cut because of technical issues with his mic, and you get to experience it all over again. All right. So this is here I go. Okay, this is the joke of me getting my joke cut because of Zoom. All right. So thank you for having me. I'm gonna tell some jokes today, and here I go. So for my first joke, this is it. I'm about to say it. This is the joke. This is the joke right here. So yeah, I hope we all agree I'm not a womanizer. Does that feel like the Zoom experience for you guys? Yeah, that's my little impression there. I'm glad you guys appreciated that. And that's my time. So I'll give the rest of the time to the room. This is great. Zoom rocks.
That was Camilo, everybody. How relatable. My. I hope to see you at the meat slap next Tuesday.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. There's a Facebook group called Guild of Opportunity, GOO for short, Guild of Opportunity. Yeah, you just post opportunities like open mics, shows, stuff like that you're doing. So I know they post the signups there. On deck is Al Ganicker. Al Ganicker is on deck. First time backliner tonight. But first, from Augusta, Georgia, she has a YouTube channel, Rhonda Jones's Comedy Lab. Please put your hands together for Rhonda Lee Jones.
Hey everybody, thanks for having me, Brooke. I love being here. I don't really have anything prepared tonight. I just have to tell you guys what I have to do over the weekend. I'm afraid for my sanity and my safety. No, I have to clean a tarantula cage, y'all. I have to take a big hairy spider out of a cage and clean the cage. And it's my big hairy spider. I did this to myself. I know I have to do this because I have to be nice to the animal. But no, when they sell you these things at the store, it's like it's something that doesn't do anything. That's why I got it. It doesn't beg for a walk, it doesn't, ask to be fed all the time. And so that's why I got it. But they don't tell you how fast your heart beats. Your little heart's going to beat so fast when you take this thing out of the cage. And I've had her for 11 years, so I know what I'm in for. But and I got it because it's a clean animal, supposedly. She poops on the side of her cage, y'all. She poops on the side of her cage. I had another one time, and they did not tell me that he shot poop. It's a whole poop thing with tarantulas. They're poop making machines. They're practically like human babies, No, seriously, and with their little faces, they don't have faces, but no, they stand up and they hiss at you, and but she has never raised her voice at me one time. The only reason I knew she hissed at me the only time she ever did was because I saw her little mouth move. That's how it happens. I know I'm not being relatable tonight, y'all. I know I'm not being relatable. But the one that I had before, though, his name was Slippers. I'm gonna talk about him because he was cuter. Because no, he lived way too long. He got his little mating hooks. They get him right here, which is weird, like how spider sex gonna happen. It happens like this. And that's but he lived way too long. You're supposed to live like 3 months after that. He lived a year after that. All his little hair fell out. He got really confused. He was senile. He was like trying to run away one day, and then he stopped, like he was confused, like he forgot what he was doing. So so I have to interact with one of these creatures this weekend and get her little poop scrubbed off the side of the cage. And anybody who wants to come join me, I'm in Augusta, Georgia. And I could definitely use the help. Anyway, I'm gonna give my time back to the room, and all that imagery that I put in your heads for tonight, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yay, Rhonda Lee Jones. Sweet dreams are made of these.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. I love the science lessons. I love it. Let's see. We've got Desiree Walsh on deck, and next comedian, first time here from Portland, ME. Is that Maine? So
Yeah, Portland, Maine.
Different Portland on the whole other side of the
other Portland.
Wow. I wonder if it's weird or not.
Very.
We'll find out. Please put your hands together right now for Al Ganicker.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Brooke. So yeah, it's March, and the melting snow is revealing two things: how many dog shit piles weren't picked up in my neighborhood, and how many assholes live in my neighborhood. Like what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, what do you think? Like, snow is like a first base in baseball or something? It's like, oh, he shit on the snow. It's on base, so can't touch it. Safe. No, you got to clean it up. God. But I miss walking my dog during election season because it's just really fun to watch him peeing on political signs. I know that he doesn't understand what he's doing, but it's just so fun to watch that. And my dog doesn't pick a party. He pissed on a Biden sign. He's pissed on Trump signs. And I found out he's registered as independent. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. That makes a lot of sense. That's how I am. I mean, I don't choose political parties. Like, my philosophy is I like good ideas that make sense. They don't need to have barnyard and circus animals attached to them. I don't like, that's childish. I don't get it. It's like a donkey and an elephant. Like, do you work in politics or are you part of a lacrosse team in some poor village in India? Today's championships, we have the donkeys versus the elephants. Yes, sold out arena. All 16 villagers will be here today. So ridiculous. I didn't go out and vote in this election because I'm lazy, but it was just because Trump was saying don't vote for Biden. Biden was saying don't vote for Trump, so I just didn't vote for either of them. Just simple. Now, you know what the good news is though about a Biden presidency is a year from now we're gonna have our first female president. And a bonus is that she is a person of color, and she's kind of a person of two colors, right? Like, she's one part my people, Indians, and one part black. So she's like a Reese's peanut butter cup vice president. I'm jumping the gun. But you know what's kind of weird is like you can't say colored people, but you can say people of color. Like, I mean, that's the same thing. It's like, it doesn't just become less offensive just because you rearrange the adjective and the noun and then put a preposition in between. Like, what the hell is that? Like, Sarah Palin looks like she is a gender of trans. Joe Biden is not a senile person. He is a person of senility. And his predecessor was not a dick. He was a man of penis. Hey, thank you very much, everybody.
Woo! That was Al. He was at the meat slap. I knew I heard something there. One more slaps for Al, everybody. Like I said, if you join the Guild of Opportunity, they'll post a link. I think on Mondays you can sign up to do the tag team. So then you'll do they start an hour before mine. You can do a set there, and then come here, and then it's tag team. We like to tag team each other. Yeah. The tag team, I think it was the 69 boys, right? They said tag team back. Yeah, is that it?
Oh yeah. There's that song.
Rex and Effects. So that's a whole nother song. That's a whole nother group. I might be mixing two songs up.
Yeah, Rex and Effects is Zoom.
We'll get our 69 figured out. We'll be right back on track in a moment. But first, an open mic. Yeah, Andrew is on deck. Yeah, Andrew is on deck, first time here. But first, a familiar face, one that we have grown to love so very much, from Toronto and Ontario, and also Canada. Please put your hands together for Desiree Walsh.
Hi. I am Canadian, that's true. There's still no joke there. It's still more of a humble brag, but I am rooting for you, America. I really am. I really like doing Zoom mics with Americans because I'm learning so much about your country. For example, I just discovered there were 2 Portlands. I also discovered New Jersey was a state not too long ago. And that's literally changed my life. One of the things I find fascinating about your country is you have all these tasty, tasty snacks. But you do not have universal health care. Or, yeah, I said that right. You don't have universal health care. And I find that rather gaslighting as a country with all these tasty snacks. Because the story should be, have a Baconator. We'll take care of you. Not, watch out for little Debbie. She'll kill you. And I recently learned that an ambulance ride to the hospital is $3,400 in your country, and that is American money, so it's a lot of money. And I just can't believe it because in the province I live in, Ontario, that's Canadian for state. In about 1990, they decided they were going to charge us $45 for an ambulance ride. Everything else is free, just the $45. And people were livid. Just livid that the government would have the audacity to charge its people $45. And actually, when I was little, I got injured, and my mom was like, "Oh no, I think we need an ambulance." And my dad was like, "No, put her in the back of the car. I'll be damned if we're paying $45 for a child to go to the hospital. I have this funeral sticker. It'll be okay." Yeah. Other fascinating things I learned is best case scenario, if you have a baby in the US, it will run you $10,000. Best case scenario, cheap baby. That's it. Run you $10,000. And I don't think that's fair, because having children is bad enough. Why saddle parents with debt? Actually, I was born premature, but continue laughing. It's okay. Just if you want to laugh for the last 10 seconds, it's fine. I was going to say something else, but you can just laugh. It's okay. Hey, thank you. That's my time.
Desiree Walsh, people's hearts from Toronto to wherever all these people in the Zoom were from. We love you, Desiree. Thank you for being here. Aw. Okay, on deck we've got Lele or Lily, maybe Lele, the comedian. Cool. But first time here from just outside of Memphis. Please put your hands together for the only in the whole wide world, Andrew Miller.
No, there's actually many.
I know.
I just aim to be more famous than the relief pitcher for the Cardinals. I mean, that's all I'm really. But I'm okay with getting murdered. If it was while I was having an orgasm, right? That way I go out on top. Or bottom. I mean, honestly, the bottom is where I do my best work. That's lazy, I know, but I say work smarter, not harder. I don't know how I have a smart dick, though. I mean, I dropped out of college, but he has a doctorate in quantum mechanics. It's perfect if your kink is to be mind fucked.
Yeah.
Drugs can help with that. Anyone like drugs? Anyone a fan of drugs? Yeah.
Woo-woo.
They can make you think some crazy things. There was this guy, Neil Cassidy, who was a hero of the Beat generation. Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg wrote about him a lot. One thing he said was, "We are four-dimensional beings in three-dimensional bodies on a two-dimensional plane." He had great drugs. I would love some drugs. But he's right, though. We are four-dimensional beings. And do you know what the fourth dimension is? There's depth, there's width, there's length, and then there's time, which is also the measurement you are least likely to use to describe your dick. But we should use it, though. It's like, hey, big boy, how big's that dick? Oh, it's 28 years, baby. Makes it sound way bigger. Drugs are fun. I was driving on acid in Texas once coming from a concert. But the only reason I drove was because my buddy thought that the road was water. I guess he just had his boating license revoked. He was like, "Dude, did you see that dolphin? It was beautiful. I think we got married telepathically." I'm like, "Whoa, Mrs. Dan Marino, don't flip her out on me. I'll get us to safety." I don't know if anyone else here has ever driven in Texas, but the speed limit is 250 miles per hour. I guess it's to get the fuck out of Texas as quickly, which would really come in handy these days. All right, I'm gonna call it there. Thanks, guys.
Andrew Miller, everyone. That was fun. Thank you for being here. A lot of jokes all packed up in there. That's the point. I do comedy. I know. Good job. Come back if you want to. I try not to be clingy. I let you come and go as you please. But you're welcome at any time. Anytime. We do this every week. That was really fun.
Aye, Captain.
I like that. Just outside of Memphis. All right, so we get 2 in a row that are brand newbies, right? So that first one was first, not necessarily to comedy, but to this open mic. This next one from Raleigh, North Carolina. So not that far from Memphis. Please put your hands together for Lele, the comedian.
Woo, yeah, girl. What's up, everybody? So first, I'm gonna start and say, you were right. It is Lily, the comedian. Full name Jaleesa, but I prefer Lily. I think it's cuter, like me. I do. For instance, I really like my hair like this. I wear it like this because I feel like a triceratops. Like y'all, it gives me that feel. You know what I'm saying? The crown going on. No, but I am a mom. I have 2 small kids. Thank God they took their melatonin and went to bed. So they're not. I work from home. I'm actually on my shift right now, so hopefully I don't get a call. No, so being a stay-at-home mom has been different throughout coronavirus because I'm a stay-at-home, work-at-home mom, and my son's in virtual school. Now, virtual school is okay. You know, it's virtual school is okay. It's not so bad. The worst part about it is trying to get my son to understand that that even though he's at home, he still has school. So for me personally, my struggle is Pluto. I don't know if anybody watches Pluto like I do, but I spend most of my time watching Survivor reruns. They only play the first 5 seasons. I got addicted that way. Don't judge me, okay? It's my thing. Now, the thing about Pluto has been having me think about getting health insurance, though. They run these commercials. Like if you're watching Pluto, it goes bright health commercial, bright health commercial. And then it's this weird hypnotizing black and color screen thing. And then another bright health commercial. And they tell you it's free, right? So I need health insurance. I'm from a high-risk family. I'm Black. We got everything, okay? Everything runs in our family. So I need health insurance. I call them and say, hey, okay. So you guys said you have free insurance. Oh yes, we want you to sign up through the health insurance marketplace. And I hung up because if you don't qualify, in America, if you qualify for Medicaid, then you don't qualify for the marketplace. And if you don't qualify for the marketplace, they're supposed to be able to get Medicaid. But there's like this tiny sliver of people in the middle that are totally fucked. And I'm that person. I'm the sliver of person in the middle that's fucked with insurance. I can't get Medicaid and I can't get it from the health insurance marketplace, but I can pay enough to be broke. So that's where we're at. No, so today I discovered that my son is self-sufficient with his schoolwork. He can wake up and get himself on his schoolwork. So what I decided was I'm going to sleep every day till 11 o'clock. I'm just going to wake up at 7 o'clock, scream out really loud, Jarian! Okay. I don't have to get up anymore. I work till 11 o'clock at night and I have to get up every day at 7 o'clock to cut on a laptop. Okay, thank you guys.
That was Lily, everyone. From Raleigh. Was it Raleigh? Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Raleigh. That was awesome. Thank you for being here. I love your hair. Is it a dress or just a cute? It looks like it would be a really cute dress. Ooh, a pantsuit. Hell yes. Hell yes. I love a pantsuit. Cool. I love all the new people that have been here already. This has been so much fun. And we have some more new people still. This is awesome. And then all the people that like Arvin, like he's been gone for a while and he's back. And like Trish, we see Trish all the time. I love Trish. Ira, you've been doing a good job helping me. And yeah, it's been fun. I'm having a great time. Thank you, Lily. On deck now, we've got Helen Weldy. But first, oh gosh, that's just who I said. He's been here at least 69 times. He's from Pittsburgh. You're going to like him. Please put your hands together for Arvin Clay.
Hey everybody, let's actually keep it going for Brooke, for like just doing this for as long as she has, and I love her demeanor. Like Brooke has the demeanor of Mr. Rogers if he only taught you the number 69, and it's really I love her for that. What should you know about me? Well, you know what they say about guys like me. Once you go Arvin, you're always thirsty and starving if you don't split the bill, because I shouldn't have to pay all the time. It's not my responsibility. What else should you know? I have a plant-based diet. It's mostly marijuana. Thank you. I got called out for something recently. I use fuck as a filler word a lot. And it's only like when I'm speaking, you know, not when I'm writing. So I guess all of my fucking is oral. You know, that's I know that wasn't a good one. That was a new one. Like it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're still gonna keep the laughs going. All right. What else did I realize recently? I realized Marjorie Taylor Greene's name has the exact number of syllables as Popeye the Sailor Man. So I wrote something about her that I'm going to sing for you right now. Marjorie Taylor Greene, more troubling than we've seen. What lies ever face her? Not Jewish space lasers. She's Marjorie Taylor Greene. Thank you. I started writing horror fiction recently, erotic horror fiction, about the old gods coming back to Earth to mate with humans, only they all end up with STDs. I'm publishing them all under the name HPV Lovecraft. And the first story is called How Nyarlathotep Gets the Clap. I don't know if any of you keep up with the news at all, but there's been some really serious controversy within the replica lightsaber community recently. And that sentence alone explains why Gen X can't have nice things. I'm going to leave you on that to give some time back to the room. Take care of everybody out there, especially the ones that don't look like each other. Black Lives Matter. I love you all. Take care and have a good night.
That was beautiful. That was very well done. You haven't been here in a while, and that was very tight, very funny. Very glad to have you here. Thank you, Arvin.
Yeah.
Woo! Woo! Oh, cool. All right. I got my energy back. Woo! There it was. Thank you, Arvin. Cool. All right. On deck, this person showed up at the Anarchy, but before that, I heard and saw some good vibes. Like I saw him put out good vibes, and then someone said he's good vibes. So we'll get to see that soon. But first, I hear an echo.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Well, we'll just enjoy that. Is that from you, Helen, or is that someone that can mute if they're playing something? Someone might need to mute if you're
stopped.
We're good. Oh, we're good now. Sweet. Cool. Our next comedian from Colorado, please put your hands together for Helen Weldy.
Oh my gosh, I'm Helen. I recently turned 30. Thank you. Thank you. Big day, very special. I even more recently turned 34. Full disclosure. The one you dream about, am I right? Exciting. I'm still learning about myself in my. Are you guys hearing the echo or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These jokes are so nice. We'll hear them twice. Well, let's just live with it, you know. I still learning about myself in my 30s. That feels important. Like I didn't know I was scared of dogs, but people keep asking me not to be nervous around their dogs because they can smell my fear. Not helpful. Don't bring up someone's pheromones if you're trying to calm them down. It's not great. But I always wonder how people figure that stuff out anyway, because they also say that sharks can smell fear, but have they ever been exposed to any other emotion? Sharks can just smell. The only thing I trust less than a dog is a dog with a job. You ever see a dog that's also somehow a cop? Where'd you get that job, dog? Where'd you go to school, dog? What are you pulling down? You have a 401k9 somewhere? That's silly. That is like, why aren't you just a stay-at-home dog like all of your? I don't like. It's even the dog who's an actor. Like, oh, you think you're better than me because you booked one national commercial, dog? Actually, that is that is. I actually live in Seattle. I just with my partner Victoria, but I moved here from Pittsburgh. Shout out to Arvin. Victoria and I actually just moved out of the city to during COVID to the woods. We underestimated how terrified we would be as two women alone in the woods. I'm not proud. We thought we were like tough city slickers. We're scared. It's really scary out here. We don't even have a dog, obviously. We've got two useless guard cats, Manny and Doug. They're not very helpful. But we figured out best thing to do to stay safe on a budget is just hang an American flag out front. All of our neighbors assume we've got guns. I am sleeping like a baby now. Oh, works like a charm. All the neighbors are like, can you believe that sweet lesbian couple voted for Trump? People keep asking us if we're gonna have kids. Sweet. I mean my mother, Janice. She's very concerned. I don't know, we are thinking about it, but I'm sort of an old-fashioned person. I'm like an old-fashioned gay. Like, no judgment to how anyone else did it, but I personally, I would like to get married before I get artificially inseminated. These are just traditional values that I hold to. All right, that's my time. Thank you for having me, Brooke.
Helen Weldy, even in a rustle, even in a storm of paper rustling and background noises, still manages to pull through. Woo! Sweet, cute little lesbian. I just said it because you said it. Oh, that was fun. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Glad it all worked out. We've got Kelly on deck. Kelly Zemnikas, you are on deck. Our next comedian, first time here, okay, from Boston, Massachusetts. Hosts a mic on Instagram Live. So those you just have to be on your set, and then you don't even have to you don't have to have your game on. It's kind of nice when you do a show on Instagram. Via at Old Dirty Boston. I see what you did there. Old Dirty Boston. Mondays at 7. Okay, and that's Massachusetts, so it's 7 Eastern. Please put your hands together right now for Lloyd Legacy Sharp.
First of all, I gotta be honest with you. Second of all, that's a lie. I don't have to do anything really. It's a matter of personal choice. But I will say this. I know how I'm dressed. It just goes with the jersey. I didn't vote for Trump. Secondly, if you're like me, first of all, I'm very sorry. Secondly, you wake up in the middle of the night for no reason at 1 a.m. And when I wake up at 1 a.m., there are two things I do. First of all, I say to myself, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. It's way too early in the morning for it to be this late at night. And then I ponder everything that's wrong with the world at that moment. Usually at the top of the list, the existence of the male species. I'd like to apologize to women across the world for the fact that we as men exist. Not proud of it. I wish I could have been a true ally and done something about it, but by the time I got here in the mid-'80s, it was too late. Black History Month is finally over, and I'm kind of okay with that. I know that sounds oxymoronic. I'm not high on oxy, nor am I a moron. I can explain. If you can't tell already, I look like somebody who celebrates it, but I sound like somebody who can't. It's just a really awkward time of the year for me, but it does lend itself well to my comedy because I can say things that nobody else can and get away with it. Because I look like the victim, but I sound like the problem. And when you look black enough to get away with it, but sound white enough to make people listen, it's easier. I will wrap this last minute or so up with this little note. Children are a bit of a problem. They can be. Children are a lot like drugs. If you live in New Hampshire, which is right up that way. You like having them around, but you don't really want any in your house that you have to look at somebody and say, yeah, those are mine. So I've guarded myself. I've been practicing virginism for the past 34 years. What's virginism? It's what it sounds like. So in 6 years' time, I'll be the perfect candidate for the 40-Year-Old Virgin sequel. The Cultural Reverse Edition. We're back. He's black, and he's kept it all in the sack. The downside is I'm terrible at dirty talk. If you ask me, hey, what do you think of 69? I would just say to you, great summer. That's my time. Thank you.
Oh my God, I'm not Brooke, and that was a 69 joke. I'm so sorry. Give it up for Lloyd Legacy Sharp. Woo! Can we see one more time? Can you put it back on? Can you put the thingy back on? No, he's not listening. Okay, bye. All right. That was really awesome. Brooke had to run out, so here I am. I'm underwhelming, but I'm really excited because I am kind of just bedazzled by our next comic. She's always a treat and a half, a hoot and a holler. And she's everywhere, don't you know? And so I'm really excited for you guys to love her as much as I do. I do it every time. It's really bad. You guys, please start putting your hands together right now for Kelly Zimnikas.
Hey, hi everyone. I'm just hanging out outside of Desiree's apartment, you know, as I do. Just hang out outside her window. So it's March 2nd. Happy COVID-versary, everyone. Oh my gosh, how are you celebrating? I've decided just to rearrange my furniture in the apartment so it's back to where it was in March 2020. Full circle. Feels good. It really feels good. Man, given how much I've dressed up over the past year while at home for Zoom meetings, I'm pretty certain I'm going to be like one of those older ladies at the grocery store who's like in a ball gown and pearls when I buy groceries. Yeah, I feel like with Zoom, I've really seen my future. So, I know it's coming. I am someone who has older parents. My folks immigrated to Canada just after the Second World War. My mom from England, my dad from Latvia. They're also very creative people. My dad's a painter, which may sound pretty cool, but has made it very challenging to buy this man gifts over the years. Like when I was a kid, I used to buy my dad, tie or socks, and my father would look at the gift and then look at me and say something like, Kelly, is this a warm gray or a cool gray? I was 6, so I did not know. Okay. I longed for the days for like a dad who would ask me how the swim team was going. But I got a dad who would time me to see how quickly I could name all the Crayola colors in the crayon box. Yeah. And to this day, I get twitchy when someone says turquoise. Yeah. But my parents definitely had an alternative way of raising my brother and I, different viewpoints on the world. I got hit by a car when I was 16. And one thing I will never forget about that experience was when the school called my dad, he said, can my daughter get to Subway? Can she get to Subway? I'm closer to Subway than her school. Which I realize makes my father sound like a huge jerk. But again, my parents grew up during the Second World War, so nothing phases them. Okay, it is really hard to counter. Yeah, you got hit by a car, big deal. I escaped Nazis. That's a good card to play and a hard one to avoid. Anyhow, I've been Kelly Simnicus. I'll give my time back to the room. Thanks, Sarah.
You guys give it up for Kelly one more time. Always a treasure. I too used to name all the crayons. I knew all of them. And I thought, like, of the 96 pack was what a big dweeb. Like, 120 pack, I might could do it now. So if anybody wants to, send me one, I'm trying to dust off the old skills. Maybe that's a mic we should do, Kelly, is like naming the colors, Mike. I don't know. Let's talk. Okay. All right. Shut up, Aaron. So we're going to keep it rolling. Kirk Broussard, you're right now, and coming up after you is going to be Victoria. So if you would give it up right now for Mr. Kirk Broussard.
Thank you. Man, I saw Danny Bazongas join the room, and I thought it was future Nico Lukov traveling back in time to let us know Zoom comedy's alive and well in the future. No, man, I used to do a lot of heroin and cocaine. I used to buy cocaine from a woman who went by the street name Alicia Keys. But I always thought of her more as an Alicia Grams. I don't know. I did a lot of drugs. Like, I kind of treated it like I feel like an overweight person would treat a pack of cookies. I never said the phrase, I'll save some of these for tomorrow. I don't know. It just wasn't in my vocabulary. And yeah, I've seen some comics recently do jokes about ketamine, and not one of the three mentioned a K-hole, which just confirms my opinion that the drugs aren't as strong as they were back when I was doing them, when we all should have been. They just aren't as good. I mean, I don't know. I ate acid and did 10 minutes of comedy recently, and it was just completely smooth, just nothing. I mean, I don't know. I should have eaten more. My bad, right? People say comedy is subjective, which makes sense, but I've watched a lot of Zoom comedy recently, and I feel like it's close, but it's more like I've been subjected to comedy. I don't know. It's very close. Semantics, really. Yeah, I saw someone who was talking on one of these about he didn't like getting feedback from people who've never been on stage and don't do comedy. And I was like, so like an audience? I mean, by feedback, you mean laughter? I mean, I don't know. He's in prison terms, how I like to look at Zoom comedy. He was a lifer. I think he'd only done shows to Zoom rooms with comedians such as ourselves, not really, at best, muted, laughing behind the mute. I don't know. Yeah, when I first moved to Vegas a few years ago, I died. Well, my heart stopped for about a minute, and then I was shocked into a 9-day coma. And I'm back, and people have told me, I mean, it's cool. Like, it's cool. God just kind of gave you another chance. Maybe you're supposed to do something important. But it's really more like he just threw me out in the desert here in Vegas, and I'm standing there with a head injury looking at the footsteps, and he's just like, no, not this time, douchebag. I'm not carrying shit. You're on your own. Thanks, I'm Kirk.
Victoria. Oh, she ready. Okay. My bad.
Hi.
I was slipping in your DMs hardcore trying to see if you turn your camera on. It's the only
I'm sorry, but
Can I test to see if this works?
You're already doing it. Let's find out. Okay. You want me to go ahead and put the cam?
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Yeah.
You guys?
Yeah.
We're rad.
Yeah.
We're ready to go. Okay, so we're gonna keep the show rolling. Please give it up for your next comic. It is Victoria Niemeyer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you get a raise. Y'all, my friend just gifted me this microphone. I'm pretty sure we ordered it like late night one night, but it came in the Amazon mail and she was like, look what we ordered you. So I'm doing it. But I love what you guys are doing in here. This is so fun. My heart is racing like it's a real stage, but this is my man in my bedroom. And I might have a kid sleeping in here. I think my kid snuck in like while I wasn't looking. I might have a dog, but I've been like kind of doing laundry. Don't mind me. It's why my camera's been off. But my quarantine, pandemic, civil rights movement has been lovely. It's been bonding time with my kids. I'm definitely not okay. Not okay. I smoke a lot of weed. I cry a lot. And I try to keep things inside until I use comedy to like let it out, which maybe might be really unhealthy. But again, I'm apologizing in advance. But my son was telling me yesterday how he wanted to make room. Yes, make room for his hair in his 5 Nights of Freddy homemade mask that he was making, which, side note, FNAF, what the fuck is that? Exactly. It's like fear fetish. My 4-year-old's obsessed. Lovely life I lead here. And my son tells me he wants to make room for his hair. No, honey, your hair will go flat in the mask. You'll be fine. You don't need to do that. I'm maybe mindlessly scrolling on my phone or doing the God's work, you know, like writing my comedy set. Who knows? And I look over and my son is clipping his bangs. He's never had a haircut. I've kept his hair untouched like the God that he is for 5 years. He'll be 5 at the end of this month. I'm shaking thinking about all the times I kept scissors from his hair and I am behind a table clamoring to stop him, screaming like Nancy Kerrigan, except it's not my knee, it's my hair, and it's not a crowbar, it's a pair of fucking KitchenAid shears. I don't ever cut what I need to cut, ever. That fucking chicken breast, you know? I could hear every hair. And I started screaming and he started screaming the same way I screamed, which I was like, oh shit, this kid is a method actor. So I turned up the theatrics before I got off. I was crawling to him. I stopped in the middle of the rug just screaming, why? Everyone was scared. I'm also a nanny, but if the IRS is listening, they're all my kids, okay? And literally, I'm freaking out, right? Like, what did you do? I called my family, cussing them out via video. So I can't even fucking delete it now because they probably saved it and spammed it on the internet. Okay. And I'm like, this is all your fault. All I ever asked you to do was not even to make fun of his hair because men can have long hair and it's so beautiful. Oh my God. And literally his father, who has no hair. Okay. He corrected me tonight. He said receding hairline, right? Receding hairline. Correct me on that. Am I good? Is it time?
Yeah.
Anyway, my son now has a mullet, so you're welcome.
Your son now has a mullet. Was that your punch? Ay,
Full
Dios
blown mullet.
mío. Give it up for Victoria Niemeyer and her son's mullet.
Mullets are hot.
Guys, y'all are awesome.
That was dope. Sorry. We're trying to keep it tight, 3-minute sets, but isn't there a Bible thing about the hair and the power? I think it's Samson, but I'm not trying to flex.
Yeah.
You know, and also like I identify as a female. Fabio, feel me? I have a reverse mullet. Like
amazing. Mullets are amazing.
Yeah, they're good. They're coming back. So good for your kid. That was rad. Okay, so we have the first portion of the slappinest, meatinest, most delicious squad that you have or have not met yet, but you're gonna wish that you had. A la Michael Bublé. Just hadn't met you yet. All right, nobody wants to hear that, Ira. So please give it up right now for the most excellent ham it up. Ham it up right now.
Wow, what an intro. Ira, thank you so much. You know what, guys? I'm growing out a bitching mullet right now. Like, these were the layers. It was literally a mullet that went to my hips. It was killer. I got that shit over the summer. I don't give a fuck. I drive a 1988 Dodge Aries station wagon, baby. This thing's part of the uniform. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I get in there. I do my own work on my car. I don't give a fuck. I replaced my own map sensor, speed sensor, and throttle sensor recently. I'm a bad bitch. I was out there, hood up, sleeves pushed up, got a dad sunburn. It was sick. It was the closest thing I've ever had to an actual dad, you guys. I was out here crushing. Hell yeah. I'm actually just going to go off about my hometown. I was working on this at Meat Slap. It's just a thought I have kicking around in my head, but it's true and honest and real, and I'm ready to fucking air it out. So I'm planning a trip back to my hometown pretty soon. I haven't been back home in a long time. I'm excited to go home. I'm from like a real shithole town in upstate New York, and real poor town. But the thing is, the town makes and spends all its money in a 3-week time span, and that's what I'm going home for. This is how it works, all right? Weekend 1, first weekend in September, it's the town big garbage pickup, all right? That's where the town will take away the garbage that was too big for the regular garbage man to haul away for you. So, like, it encourages you to hoard in, like, your basement shed or most likely front lawn all your big trash, and then in that one weekend, you just scoot it a few inches to the curb, and then it's there for big garbage pickup. Now, the town's supposed to come and take it, but what really happens is your neighbors come and take it. Let's be real, right? Like, you got to bust it up like old chest freezer that doesn't work, but don't worry, Bruce is handy, right? So he's going to haul that shit away. And the great thing is, the next weekend, the second weekend in September, is the town-wide garage sale, you guys. That's right.
Yeah.
You go to big garbage pickup, you get inventory, you tag it, and then you can buy your own garbage back at a markup. What a time to be alive, you guys. Holy shit. And the thing is, you want to try to like reel in the out-of-town money. That's really the key. You want to try to keep the money in the town. Don't buy your own garbage back if you can help it. Because if you can get that out-of-town money and clean up at your garage sale, well, boy, oh boy, is the third weekend for you. Because that is when Byron, who owns Byron's IGA, whoa, right, Byron, he has his truckload meat sale, you guys. The third weekend's the truckload meat sale, because Byron has meat by the truckload and he's just itching to dump it on you. And you put it in your brand new, well, previously loved, spruced up ice chest, courtesy of handy fucking Bruce. And that's how it works. It all just keeps spinning around, you guys. Keep Schuylerville great. That's what they say probably in that town on Red Hats, most likely. Thank you guys so much.
Oh my God. Slap all the meat for the first part of the meat slapping extravaganza.
I think I'm on mixed bag, but
that was wonderful. You guys are both treasures. I just wanted to emphasize the idea of big garbage.
It's big.
Say more. All right, we're gonna keep it rolling with the other portion of the meat. I like to eat my meat back to back, so that's how I'm doing it right now. That was weird to insinuate that I was eating the male portion of this duo, because obviously it would be way more likely. No offense. I mean, Brian, you're beautiful, Brian. I love your hair. I'm not, no disrespect, like you do old, but okay, you guys just give it up for the delicious other half of the slap of the meat, Brian.
Hell yeah, I am beautiful no matter what y'all say. Let's fucking do this, or I will just sing Christina Aguilera for my 3 minutes, you guys. I don't give a fuck. All right, what's going on? Hell yeah, Ira said big garbage. That was my old college nickname. I'm fucking excited to be here. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I wrote jokes on my hand, even though I have a notebook, because I felt like I should be sneakier for a Zoom mic. Like, I give a fuck. All right, I've been trying to be more optimistic about things. You guys ever try hard with stuff? I'm just trying to be more optimistic, like not just this pessimistic, cynical fuck all the time. Like today, I was like, I really want to do a creative project. I'm going to do something creative and inspiring. So like, I was looking for an extension cord so my toaster could finally reach the bathtub. You know, that was super. Oh, woo. This isn't like a blah, I'm gonna kill myself joke. This is, I'm really getting into sandwiches in the tub, but I'm willing to risk it all over toasted bread, guys. That's what's going on. All right, that joke's getting thrown out right now, right before your very eyes. Rip off this part of my hand and throw it in the trash. Nailed it. what else did I also do at my own open mic moments ago? I'm the oldest of a few of my brothers. I have two brothers. I'm the oldest. One of my brothers is in high school. It's his freshman year of high school right fucking now. I mean, God, that's an embarrassing time being a freshman. No one likes that shit. But like with this COVID shit, it's awful. And he was telling me that for gym class, with COVID, he has to just videotape himself working out for a half hour and then email it to his gym teacher. Which you want to think about that for a second? I will let you all unmute so you can laugh for that. It's fucking horrifying. It's like, dude, I'd rather just like, why can't you just take a shower with the other kid? Like, just get naked with a bunch of other kids. Like, that's less embarrassing than fucking emailing it to the gym teacher. Like, fuck that. All right, energy here is super high. I'm fucking excited. Let's do crowd work because I'm gonna engage you for a minute. I was ripping a bong. I appreciate that sentiment.
Yeah.
Do that in moment. So let me ask you what I ask crowds I don't really care about. What would you guys rather be, a vampire or a werewolf? What do you think? Fuck it. You can just yell anything out. I will take any engagement at this point. I need
Vampire, absolutely.
Werewolf.
Vampire.
All right, who's
Werewolf.
saying werewolf? Who said werewolf? Why? I only have 40 seconds. Come on. I do have a punchline, maybe. Anybody?
I've never been very hairy. I'd like to see what it's like.
Whoa! I've never seen someone get ambitious for the bush. That's fucking inspiring. The opposite of laser hair removal. It's like laser fucking hair slap on. Oh man, I need
laser wolf.
I don't know. I don't have a lot of body hair. I could probably use that too. All my hair is literally right here. The rest is just I'm a baby. It's fucking adorable. I have enough to prove I'm an adult. That's all you need. All right, that's my time. I'm a werewolf. Fuck you guys. Good night.
Give it up for Brian the werewolf. Fuck you guys. Fuck it. That's exactly where I hope that men's hair is placed. So, you know, hands put up for all I'm saying. Like, that's my favorite place for man hair. Because, I mean, some of y'all are hairy everywhere, and that's for some of y'all, but I already have a lot of, okay, I'm telling y'all too much about. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep the show rolling. His last name is almost Cappuccino, but it's not Cappuccino. It's Cappuccio. He's really great, and you already know. So put your hands together for AJ Cappuccio.
Whoa.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ira. Wow.
Damn.
That blew my mind. All right. So I'm a janitor, or a custodian, and I haven't got my vaccine yet, but I think I should have it by now. There's no joke there. I want my vaccine. But it does have its perks, like my own personal urinal, the mop sink. I call it VIPP. Being a creepy man janitor, it's difficult for me to get in the ladies' bathroom for a midday check. So I put a sign up that says closed for cleaning, but still some lady pops her head in, can I use the bathroom? And I say, sure, because I'm a pushover, I'm a beta. I don't feel like telling a lady to pinch her middle hole, so I step out. That's when I realized the sign should actually just say, boss AJ around like a little bitch. Wet floor signs grant me legal protection if someone slips. I wish they could get me out of all legally slippery situations. Like if I slip up on my taxes, should it slip my mind to file them? I should put them in my driveway when the IRS shows up so then they would have to say, I guess we're just going to let this one slide. My boss ignores my supply orders, which is frustrating. Where's the clock? Oh, there it is.
You're good.
And I told him we were out of toilet paper. He said that they should just use a bidet instead, but I don't feel like cleaning the water fountains that often. It takes a lot of confidence to play the. No, wait. My confidence hasn't been the same ever since someone yanked the guitar out of my hand mid-strum and started tuning it for me. But I appreciate it. wear what makes you feel confident. If it's express socks that match the team uniform, then fuck what the rest of the rugby team has to say about it. Carnivorous plants are reverse vegans. My dad is having a feud with the zoning board because he doesn't get to make all the modifications he wants to his house. He's a House Republican. He wants to add a right wing to his home. Thank you. That's my time.
Give it up for AJ Capuccio. That was excellent. What a treasure. I would drink a sip of that cappuccino. Okay, I'm done. It was bad. Okay, the next individual that's coming up is a very talented person. I didn't know they were a dancer before. Oops, maybe I wasn't supposed to say that. But now he is officially my tiny dancer, and you guys are going to love him. He's not tiny at all, but it's just Elton John. Okay, all right, you guys give it
I'm
up
very
right now.
tiny.
Oh, okay,
He's back in all the ways.
You're gonna love him. That's all I'm saying right now. Y'all give it up for Charles Gashoo.
Thank you. You don't ever call a dancer anything but tiny.
Okay.
It's okay. It's fine. You can totally share that about me, but you won't be seeing any dance tonight. Also, Ira knows this, but I am working on something special for Ira, but tonight is not the night, Ira. I'm sorry. I'm in my toddler's bedroom, so if I sound creepy, that's probably why. I just recently moved in with my parents in the nation's capital, or as I like to aspirationally call it, the state of Colombia. Okay, some people are from the DC area, maybe, or at least follow national politics. DC statehood was my first party. No one showed up. I wrote some things down. Mostly, I just wrote down, I have severe ADHD over and over again on not one, not two notebooks, but on 3 different notebooks, and also on my phone. So I have severe ADHD, so if you're having trouble following the set, that's why. And if you're not having trouble following the set, you should probably see your psychiatrist. You may have this. I don't know if there's any millennial TikTokers out there, but I just want to say I got the memo. Okay, I got it. It's fine. I know how to do it now. Center parts were a thing when I was a little kid, too. And I remember going to the barber with my dad, and the old Italian barber being like, "What side do you part your hair on?" And I was like the side they do on Surf Ninjas, the middle. And I have never surfed or done karate. So I'm a failure. I have succeeded at 2 things during the pandemic. Would you like to know what they are?
Yes.
Okay, great, cool. It's kind of the same thing in 2 different ways. Both my hair and my comedy have gotten longer. I'm just kidding. This isn't my hair. I'm growing it for a friend. It's his wig. But I really love him, so it's okay. He can have it. I did write. Oh, I threw my notebooks away after I told you that all I wrote in them was ADHD. So that's really difficult because I did actually write other things in there. I was also recently diagnosed with bipolar 2, the sequel. Less mania, more depression, way more. Don't worry, I'm medicated for it. So that's great. Functioning member of society, looks like it's coming right around the corner. On the other hand, I really miss ugly crying in Kmart parking lots. A side effect is paranoia. Please don't follow me.
Give it up for Charles Gashoo. Well, sequel. The first one wasn't bad enough.
Think you're God. One time you can switch it up.
Side effects may include. That was great. I loved it. Thank you for that. I did this intro last time and I feel like he hated it, but I'm going to do it again because I really like it. I hope that's okay. Ready? Are we ready? Give it up right now for Danny Bazonga.
Hey. Danny Bazongas, I got 3 minutes. I won't take no longers. Hey, just for the record, gentlemen, I'm the only one to get her to touch her boobs on camera. All right. All right. So, hey, how's everybody doing tonight? It's been a long night. Been some great comics out here, and I always love, when Irish hosts. And Ira, I want you to come over and meet my sister sometime, so you can have a female version of me. Actually, no, I don't forget about that. I don't know about that. So, this morning, I put my PIN number in the microwave. And has anybody ever done that? You put your PIN number in the microwave, and who knew insufficient funds would cook your breakfast, right? my brother called today, and they said they shut his water off. I sent him a get well card. Get well card. So guys, when you get a chance to go out into the club world again, you got to remember, it's a different thing now, and you got to bring a wingman with you. Always bring a wingman with you when you go out to the clubs again. And I would recommend that you get a gay wingman, because you know what, you're going to be all in the situation, and your gay friend is going to see things you're not going to see. And if you don't have gay friends, get some gay friends. They're very friendly people. And what will happen? You're at the club, you're all just drunk and horned up, and you're like, oh my God. Hey, what about her? And he'll be like, oh my God, no. The shoes and the dress clash completely. She's very confused, not what you need right now. Oh, well, fine. Hey, what about her? Oh my God, too much makeup. She's hiding something, probably psychosis or a dead body. You definitely don't need that. Oh, wait a minute. She has a Prada handbag. That's very classy. Let me introduce you. Hi, I'm Dwayne. This is my friend. And see, then, you get to talking to the girl, and he'll be like, now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go talk to that gentleman over there. And you're like, that guy? No, not that guy. He looks like he cuts his fucking hair with a camping knife, man. You don't want no camping hair cutting guys around your shit, man. Oh, wait a minute, Chad, man. This guy comes to my gym. He's always trying to suck my dick. Hey, Chad, come here. Be my friend. And it's a wonderful night. So that's why you got to have yourself that wingman. I'm telling you. So, anybody else ever bite into a chicken leg and had a broken bone inside there? And you're wondering maybe this is the reason this one didn't get away? Because broken. Either that was very bad, or you're all like, holy shit, maybe it was. Anyway, Danny Bazonga, I didn't take longer. Thank you.
Woo, nice job.
Bazonga nailed it. That was absolutely wonderful. Thanks. Give it up one more time for Mr. Bazongas. Woo! Yeah, that was excellent. This next person that we're gonna see is me, so give it up for me. Okay. We were talking about PE teachers and stuff. I had some of those in the South. It was weird. They were weird. I'm gonna do a little impression of her. I gotta get into her body. So imagine us in formation, in PE. And she was the only out lesbian in all of Augusta, Georgia until I came along. She was like, show me your socks. Show me your socks right now. We're only allowed to have white socks for this class because colored socks, the lint will get into any wounds that you have and they will hurt you. Any color sock, you have to wear white socks for this class. Only, you can't bleach them, okay? You have to wear white socks. I will take 10 points off. Lift up your shoes, Nathaniel. Pick up that pant. Trying to hide from me. I really don't understand the point of that. Does anybody know why the hell you would need to have white socks? Is that a real issue for anyone else, or was she just gay and racist? So I used to be a teacher too, because when you want to see something and you can't decide if you want to be it or do it, you do both. I married a professor, not that PE teacher, thank you very much. She was taken way too old for me. I also worked with students much like myself who were annoying AF. So little crowd work portion. Do say something real annoying. Anyone? Just one at a time. Try. Regulate yourselves.
Not all, man.
I'm really tired.
Yeah, we all are.
Recount.
Okay, these aren't bad enough. I need something real juicy.
Recount.
Oh my God, look at her.
Ooh, I like your accent. I would just do it back because then they get real freaked out and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And if you scare them, you do better. You do better if they're afraid of you. I would say weird things like, to the stocks, for no fucking reason. First of all, none of them even know what stocks are. Like, that's so Raven is how I learned about stocks. Okay, and I'm not talking about the stock market and Ian and crypto. I'm not, like the stocks. I would tell some of them to walk the plank, which I learned from Peter Pan, and they were just like, what's that? I was like, walk the plank. It means nothing, but it feels really good to say when you're frustrated. It got meaner. I'm gonna do 2 more. Sometimes they'd be like, oh, my eyes hurt. And I'd be like, man, call a ambulance. What a bitch. But it worked. And then the last most inappropriate one for which I didn't get fired, never got fired, that's how bad the teacher shortage is, you know, again, a complaint like, my stomach hurts. I'm like, boo-hoo, doodle on you. That really happened. And somehow they laughed and I got away with it. I was an okay teacher. Pay teachers more. I'm no longer a teacher, so don't worry. It doesn't include me. I'm Ira Claiborne. I went a little longer, and I'm going to introduce our next person as well. This individual is on the screen and ready to rock and roll, and he's been killing it on pretty much everything I've seen lately. Also, his TikTok game is fire. So hopefully include that. His jokes translate pretty saucily, and he's got some good stuff about John Stamos, who I thought was my dad for most of my life. He wasn't. Give it up right now for Cody Webb.
You ever think about how weird sand is? Like, think about it. You only see it in deserts and on beaches. So it's either the driest places on earth or right next to the ocean, and no in between. That is bizarre. Okay, like in terms of how weird that is, sand is basically an asexual person who goes to orgies. They either want no sex or all of it at once. Now, before anyone gets mad at me, don't worry, I can make that joke. I am made of sand. I'm kidding. No, I actually am asexual. And I didn't come out until I didn't become public with it until very recently because, well, it's my mom's fault. Basically, when I was a teenager and I was still living with my parents, I realized that I wasn't having, feelings like I should. And I thought that my meds might be causing it. So I told my mom, hey, I think I should go off my meds for a little bit because I think they might be making me asexual. And she goes, what's that? First off, not a great response to somebody telling you something deeply personal, but whatever, that's fine. That's fine. She's older, I get it. So I go off my meds for a little bit. It doesn't work. I go back on my meds and accept, this is just who I am as a person. I am an asexual person. A couple of months later, I was talking to my mom and she asked, wait, Cody, why'd you go off your meds again? And I go, oh, it's because I thought the meds were making me asexual. And she goes, what's that? I'm not even mad that she forgot me coming out to her. I'm mad because she doesn't understand how fucking prefixes work. Like, ignore my feelings all you want, but this is basic fucking English here. Like, you don't need a college degree to understand what putting a in front of a word means. You know what? I'm not petty. I really hope that prefixes don't trip her up this much in real life. Because I feel like that would be detrimental. Like, she's at work and, trimming some hedges, and her boss comes over and says, I'm going to need you to work on those ones again. They're a bit asymmetrical. What's that? I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much. I've been Cody Webb. Follow me at The Real Cody Webb on all social medias.
Cody Webb, give it up one more time, everybody. Prefixes are really important. That is a very big fact. I'm doing some for a lesson thing that I'm doing. I'm just going to give you some other important prefixes real quick. Un, re, in him, ill, it, yes, non, pre, and over, miss, and sub. Just a few other informative ones that you might want to keep in your mind, but A really is a really like important first one too. The alphabet. So this person is in the future, and it's also very late/early, and it is a blessing to all of us that they are here right now. You have no idea what's going to come next, and I think that's about the most amazing piece of what you're about to experience. If you haven't met them yet, you really want to, so take note of this name right now. Y'all start giving it up for Kim Nash!
Hi! Hi, yes, here I am. Welcome to my bed. This is the first time I've had to say that to people of the opposite sex. Yeah, as you can imagine, my sex life is a disappointment, bit like me. In contrast, I'm the disappointment in the family. I wonder fucking why. I took a stand-up comedy career. I wonder why. That's why I'm the disappointment. What can I tell you about myself? I'm Scorpio. That's my star sign. No one gives a fuck. Any Scorpios in? No? Cool. I'm the only one. As always. It's just like every mic I do in America is like, I'm the only British guy here. Yep. Maybe that's why once I did an American show and they introduced me as the Redcoats are invading. Racial stereotyping at its best. Yeah. Could be worse. I did either a Backline or an Anarchy, and they started doing British accents. Racial stereotyping at its best. Yep. I thought I'd tell you a bit about myself when I was younger. I had several nicknames back in school, and a lot of them, about 99.9% of them, were really mean. But the one I loved the most was a nickname I got given called Dick Brain. You're laughing. The whole backstory behind Dick Brain is when I was back in school, I used to be able to do a Rubik's Cube behind my back. But for some reason, they twisted it around saying I like to take dick up the back. Like, what's that got to do with my brain, you fucking idiot? Like, if I like taking dick up the back, wouldn't my nickname be called Dick Back? Not Dick Brain. You know, if I'm gonna, you know, if my nickname's Dick Brain, surely I should be taking dick through the ear. Like, wouldn't that make sense? No, that's the laughter I haven't heard in a while. She's risen again. No, third of the second coming, now we had the third coming, and then the fourth coming, and then my mother's coming, and then my father's coming, and then this is a rabbit hole I don't really want to go down. Because I've done a lot of American gigs, and one thing I've noticed, and this is what I'm going to end on, is that, you know, the phrase "take the bullet." This is where British people split down the middle. Try and put it in a comedy club sort of perspective. In America, if someone says, "Do you want to take the bullet?" they'll say, "Yeah." If you do it in England in a comedy club, and they say, "You want to take the bullet?" Anti-terror squad turn up. Thanks very much. See you in the lightning round.
Put your hands together for Kim Nash, who is not the only Scorpio in the room any longer.
Fuck yeah!
I think you were born on the 4th, right? And I'm on the 5th?
Yeah, same day.
Yeah, we're going to have birthday shows for every year now until we die. So that makes 2,069 years.
I love
Thank
that.
you, Ira, for jumping in and helping out. Oh, woo!
Ira!
Funny as fuck. I put it on when I was driving back, so I got to see. Well, watch. I mean, listen, I had to drive, you know. I did look a little bit. I had to. Because
Would you like to be a guest at Improv Toastmasters this Thursday at 7 p.m. on Zoom? Fuck yeah. Why?
Who was that?
Is
anyone else hearing voices, or is that just okay?
I think we all just got booked on a show.
My therapist.
Oh no, this Zoom room is taunted.
Sounds fun though. On deck is Mo. Mo is on deck. First time here. Let's see if I see a Mo. I don't see a Mo. So it might be unicorn farts. You might be on deck. From Texas. She wants you to remember Brooke's 69 shows. They're a lot of fun. And yeah, from Capella, Texas, please put your hands together for the lovely, the very funny Jody Lynn.
Hey, you guys. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I've just been on Zoom all day and finally Kim, Dick back. I mean, Dick for brains. Me too. I felt like we became best friends.
Yeah, Dick brains.
I'm in my bed. You're in your bed. We're all in bed, right? Ira, thank you for the fill-in. Brooke, so good to see you alive, right? I wasn't gonna come, you guys, but I was like, I am not gonna let comedy become my first marriage. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming, and here I am, and it's my first time from my bed, and I'm happy. Let's take the theme. I'm gonna take the low fruit right here. I just had a birthday too. My birthday is Valentine's Day.
Oh.
Yeah, it's way cooler in elementary school, and far more appropriate when you ask just people to put things in your box. That one didn't go well on the corner when I said, did you have any Valentine's Day for me? Especially with my 5-year-old twins, and I have to explain to them and not tell them about dick in a box too, right? I mean, wrong holiday. I got to go to the dentist today, so at least I got something put in my mouth.
For sure.
I felt like I had a boyfriend after the x-ray because I knew he was looking deep down in me. And he just said at the tip. A lot of lean back action, right? This pandemic has been really hard for me. I'm hearing things. My daughters, again, they're 5. I call them Shawshank and Redemption. We're fine. They called it the pan naked, and I couldn't tell them, like, maybe when it's over, right? Because that's inappropriate. So it's been really hard to date during the pandemic, especially with all the masks. I don't know if y'all heard, but Texas is going maskless on Wednesday. So it's gonna be a shit show down here. Stay tuned. I'm gonna come next time like this project, like, you guys, I'm okay inside. I've actually I'm excited in the capacity that people will have their masks down for whenever we start back out and swiping in real life, left and right. I've been banned from Tinder, right? Not for like the good freak flag reasons, which you can all feel, right? It was actually just an alias and a bot. I too was a high school teacher, so hiding from high school students whenever you're 37 years old, right? I mean, at what point do you use an age calculator? This has been great. I'm sorry to run the time, Jody Lynn. I get to do this again.
Under the covers in the bed with Jody Lynn. Woo! Woo! That's funny. I got something. Yay! Yay! Woo! Woo! Oh, high schoolers. All right, so I'm thinking that Mo, maybe like with being in South Africa, sometimes there's time difference. Like you think that you're signing up for one time, you don't realize it's Yeah, so hopefully we'll hear and they'll get to come another time because I want to hear from everyone if possible. But it looks like Audra is on deck. Perhaps Nick. Yeah, because we're looking for Audra. Cool. All righty. Y'all ready? Y'all excited? Our next comedian, she is silly. She's got good vibes. She competed in a comedy contest not too long ago. Let's see if there's anything on here. She said, she's from Nasty, Ohio. She's a mental health advocate. There's NAMI walks on May 22nd. May 22nd, NAMI, National Advocate for Mental Illness, something like that. Cool. Very cool. Please put your hands together right now for all hearts and unicorn farts.
Woo! Unmute! This is my chance to unmute. I ain't got shit to say. Damn. Yeah, right. That was a freaking lie. Man, okay, you guys may not know, but I'll lay it out there. I'm a mental health advocate because I suffer from mental illnesses. And yeah, illnesses, don't fuck with me. You really can't handle me at my best. That's manic. Come on. You've never seen a manic person? They're the funniest. They have the most energy. They really know how to spend money. The first time I went manic and I spent the money was the 1st and the 15th. My husband was in the Navy. And so the first paycheck came in and he went to go look at the balance and he saw negative 600. Yeah, in one day. I had to explain to him that I had decided that it was really important for him to buy 2 tickets to Columbus, Ohio to see the Browns and visit his family, and his grandma might die. You know, it's like, the funniest thing about the whole, 3 months later, after my breakthrough, his grandmother passed away. So was it the last time you could have seen him or her? I mean, you know, maybe, but you can't dwell too much in the past. All I know is some things like our mental illnesses can be like a superhero or a strength. It can. If you go through shit enough, anything can be a strength. Shit. Just like pooping. Think about it. If we did not practice pooping, will we get better? Or will we be like in diapers, right? I mean, I'm serious. I'm a great shitter. I'm just saying. I wipe well. Already decided that the front to the back is the best option for me. Like wet wipes, make sure the shit's clean. No bidet. It's all right. I don't like to get spit in my ass. That's a fucking lie too. Oh my God. So when I called my doctor to refill my prescription, it was for my antidepressant. She's like, I don't know. I'm sorry, but it takes time for narcotics to get filled. Yeah. Can I talk to a doctor? It happens, guys. People are misinformed. Let's inform them. May 22nd, National Alliance Mental Illness. Support, and stigma. Love you guys.
Yeah.
My people. My people.
All the crazies unite. Yay! You got a drink and you got a trick and you light your joint and you do your thing. Okay, I'm not gonna keep that up for a while. I kind of hate that I missed. Can we rewind and hear back from some people? Is that cool if we just? Okay, we'll just keep going then. That's fine. Do we have a Mo? No. Do we have an Audra?
No.
Audra in the house. Do you have an Audra? Do we have a Mo? Okay, so we're gonna keep going. Annalisa, you're gonna be on deck. Yeah? Not here either. So it might be Tyler on deck and Alicia on deck, and then we'll do our lightning round, okay? But first, from Chicago, let's see. Please put your hands together right now for Nick Lindemann.
Oh, thanks for having me. Brooke, I'm glad to hear that you listened in the car a little bit. You know, at first, your trepidation, you think, hey, is this safe? And then you watch a couple shows in the car and you're like, hey, this is all right. It's not too bad. Not doing the set. You got to pull over for doing the set. That's just safety. So we talked about mullets earlier, and 5th grade Nick, circa 1990, had the worst fucking mullet you could imagine. It was kind of like a weird, like, slick back Pat Riley mullet, but it wasn't like the full all the way mullet. It was just like a wide rat tail mullet. I don't have any idea where I came up with it, how I fell into it, or why. And later I asked my mom, wow, why did you let me leave the house looking like such an idiot? She's like, oh, you mean the time I told you looked like an idiot and you called me old and uncool when I was 33 years old? I'm like, oh, you know, that does sound like something 10-year-old me would have said. I see it now. So my pictures of me now looking like a complete asshole. But I do feel a little bit better because, to be perfectly honest, everybody in 1990 had a haircut that made him look like an asshole. Somehow Patrick Stewart all along had the best haircut of 1990. Go back and look at the tape. Tell me I'm wrong. So I kind of feel like if you're gonna say sorry, not sorry, just tell me to go fuck myself. I mean, that's what you're really thinking. That's what everyone's always really thinking when they say sorry, not sorry. Like, you don't say sorry, not sorry to someone you like, you know? Just say, go fuck yourself. I could say shove it up your ass, and we can go about our days with a little bit more honesty. It's a little bit better, less pettiness. I think that would be kind of refreshing. Always surprises me people, if they get all up in arms about getting a cat declawed, that don't give a second thought to getting him neutered, you know? Which, if you're thinking about the animal, I bet if you gave Mr. Mittens a vote, he would come to the opposite decision every single time, you know? You can ask any dude in the world, and it's like, hey, we're gonna surgically remove, you know, parts. What do you want to keep? Your fingertips or your testicles? Like, even musicians, like even surgeons, like people that work with their hands, they're all choosing their testicles. Like even Carlos Santana would be like, I'll learn to play the harmonica. It's fine. It's funny. So dusted that joke off. It's a very old joke. Brought it out of mothballs. Didn't care for how I told it. There's something there. It's proven good in the past, but I'm working on it. But a good night. Thank you very much. That's the time I'm going to give the obligatory 10 seconds back to the room. Thank you very much.
Woo! Nick Lindemann, everybody, trying out old stuff in a not happy with way. Thank you for being here. Oh, we got Audra in the house. In the house. So we're gonna keep to the list sort of kind of a little bit. Yeah. That means we got I'm wondering if Annalisa is gonna make it or not. She usually does. So that's why I'm kind of like, she might be sneaking in, okay? Otherwise, it's Tyler and Alicia. But first, having dreams of Runza, right? Like missing the Cornhusker State. Is this the right? Yep. Okay. Says that she's from the city of Misery. Well, you're in good company. Went to high school like right down the street from where I'm at, or at least middle school for sure. Please put your hands together for Audra Nova.
Hello everybody. I just realized I left my list in the bathroom, so this is feeling like a real mic. How are you guys? Let me get to the timer. There it is. Okay. So I am currently in Missouri, Missouri, in the hometown of former radio personality Rush Limbaugh. So if anyone wants to do the hometown shit tour, I've got the brochure from the Cape Visitors Bureau of Rush Limbaugh's sites, or as my mom said the first time we came here, a list of places to take a shit on. So once this is all over, my couch pulls out, come on over, we'll make it happen. Most excitingly, they have there is something up for vote right now for urban deer hunting. You guys, have you done this?
No.
There are enough street rats in the city limits that they've decided to go ahead and let people hunt them with arrows, with archery bows. So when they inevitably do not kill the deer, it will wander into a highway and get hit. And so that's going to be great. I'm for it. I'm ready. It's been a tough year. So I think I'm just gonna go out and see what happens.
Yeah.
We've all turned into prop comics. It's okay. I was having a bad mask day today. You guys had bad mask days lately. Wearing just a bad fit, and I was talking, and my whole face fell out. It felt like my boob popped out. Like that's where I'm at now. Like, shit, my face titty's out. I'm sorry. Just a list of things I didn't think I'd be feeling. Oh, what else did I want to talk to you guys about? It turns out my same method to get rid of creepy guys in the bar also works with anti-maskers. Guys, crop dusting. Hear me out. If you don't want to smell it, you've got something available. So, yeah, I'm going to call that 15 seconds. Fart on an anti-masker today for me. Just do it. Crop dust those motherfuckers.
I don't know, Miss Audra. The last couple farts I farted, I'm like, oh, that's really gross. Yeah. Like, I don't know if anyone deserves that.
Yes, they do. Even a runs a cabbage fart. They need it.
Oh my gosh, the cabbage is so detoxifying. Yeah. One round of applause for Audra. Glad you made it. I'm glad that worked out tonight. That was fun. I can't wait to see everyone on real stages. It's gonna rock. I mean, this obviously rocks. This is nice. Getting to travel all over the place in your freaking room. Jeez, how spoiled are we? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna go with Alicia on deck. And Elisa was watching the live stream, so there's still a chance she'll pop in. It's cool. Brooke left for a while. She came back. Anything could happen. Anything. Literally. And I knew, like, when she started to introduce Cody and she said TikTok, I'm like, it's Cody. Your TikToks have been so funny. Oh my God. Wow. I'm so glad to know y'all. It's fun being friends with all these creative people. All right, Alicia's on deck. Please put your hands together for our next comedian from Norfolk, Nebraska, Tyler Weisler.
So I don't know if you guys can see the shirt, repping Wild Stallions. Big Bill and Ted fan. I was wearing this shirt today, and I had some kids stop me on the street and say, "Hey man, I really dig that vintage tee. Love Bill and Ted. Keanu Reeves is awesome." And I'm like, okay, first of all, you just said vintage tee. I'm 30. It's vintage. Is 30 vintage? I must have missed the memo. I thought I had a few more years to go. Apparently not. So my response to that was, thank you. The recipe's been in my family for generations. So I completely threw the guy off, and I made it seem like, one of us was crazy, and if you had to think about it too much, it was probably him. I had a discussion with my 10-year-old son today about gaming when I was his age. We started talking about RuneScape Classic. Anybody here RuneScape fans?
What?
Okay. Yeah, RuneScape was my thing. Fuck World of Warcraft. Fuck Blizzard. You know, that sucks. RuneScape was my shit. But everybody would always ask me, you play RuneScape? Do you play World of Warcraft too? Like a really stupid question. It's like, you're married. Do you also jerk off to OnlyFans too? Like no, it's you like one or you like the other. You don't get a lot of crossover in that genre. So I showed him pictures of the RuneScape gameplay, the classic gameplay, and showed him like the characters and all that stuff and the villages and whatnot. And you know what he said to me? How the hell could you play this game? The graphics on this are fucking horrible. I at first I didn't know what to say about it, and I was just like, well, you know, not everyone's parents, like me, for example, dropped $500 on 4K graphics and badass accessories. And guess what? I'm still waiting for a thank you, you little fucker. Anyway, I lost my grandpa on Saturday. And one of the last things he said to me was, keep making people laugh. And I hope I did that for you guys tonight. I'm Tyler Weisler. That's my time.
Woo! Yeah. Woo.
I mean, I don't know, like when you say I lost my grandpa, like I don't want to laugh, but sorry about your grandpa. One more round of applause for Tyler. Check out his podcast. It's called I Promise It'll Be Funny Next Time. Yeah, it's on YouTube and Spotify and all the places where you can listen to podcasts. Yes. All right, so we've got 2 more comedians. They're both fantastic. Then we're going to do a lightning round. What's a lightning round? You know, we do it every week. One person at a time will get randomly spotlit. They will get 1 more minute to crack more jokes, to say more puns, to do an impression, to choke, to bomb, to make someone laugh. You know, whatever. Maybe they want to advertise something in front of them. Maybe they want to riff on hot dogs. Maybe they want to talk about how weird teeth are. Maybe they want to inspire us. You know, who knows? It'll be really fun. It always is, because all of these people are really weird. I mean, really talented. All right. On deck is Alicia Rain. Our next comedian is from Omaha, Nebraska. Is fantastic in pretty much every way. She's in a comedy gauntlet competition on Saturday, March 6th in Lincoln at Rheumatology. Please put your hands together for Annalisa Wright.
Thank you so much, Brooke. You know, Tyler, why do you promise it'll be funny next time? Like, is it ever going to be funny this time? Because anyway, you're funny. I think your comedy's great. It was funny this time. You've got to change the name of your show. Anyway, so I went to a friend's house. I found like nasty used up Scotch tape, a package of Cheerios, and some barf on the floor. Might think that's like a weird crime scene or like Render's moving out. No, that was a toddler living their best life. I know the signs. I don't judge. What's funny is when people who've never had kids are like, hey, here's some parenting advice. And I'm like, fuck you. Because, yeah, it's not easy. I have all the jokes about why it's not easy. Yeah, so my kids like to tear up paper, toss it in the air like confetti, and yell, surprise! Which is a nasty mess by itself. But today it was, surprise! Oh, you fucking tore up the birth certificates, kids? Oh! Kill you! Oh, wait. Maybe I'm not going to kill you. I can change the name of your father on new birth certificates. Someone I don't fucking hate. Yeah. So when I tried to put my kids to bed tonight, they were like, Mom, I'm thirsty. Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, I need to poop. Yeah, it's really great to be a parent. Anyway, when they say they're thirsty, that is the worst thirst trap ever. My God. More annoying than the fucking pictures on OnlyFans. So my kids have been thirsty since birth. They breastfed. Hey, it wasn't so bad. I got to be a lingerie model because of it. I went from A cups and fully clothed to D cups and half naked. Anyway, that's all for me right now, guys. Thank you so much. You've been great. Brooke, you're awesome. Love you guys.
And Lisa coming in and telling us what it is. That was fun. You better change your podcast, Tyler. You heard her.
Wow.
But also, she probably hasn't heard the podcast. All right, we have a headliner, and then we have a lightning round. A little bit about this next comedian. She's gonna be on Contagious every Friday, 4 p.m. Central. Me and Natalie, and a lot of times Ira. But I do a showcase, and Alicia is gonna be on it on Friday. It's gonna be Friday. We've got Lisa Wood and Robert as well, plus the tutors. They play some music for us, so that's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Everyone, please put your hands together for our last comedian before our lightning round, Alicia Rain.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Oh, gang. I just realized today that Keebler is the generic Girl Scout cookie. Eat it, Keebler. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. This is my impression of the most prolific and talented actor ever. This is my impression of Keanu Reeves. Okay, yes. Young Keanu Reeves. Whoa. Right? We saw it. Classic. We all saw it happening. We all saw it. Okay, but this is my impression of Keanu Reeves now. Okay. No. Guys, that was amazing. I swear to God, you heard it here first. So yeah, that guy over the years, he has got a huge range. Yeah. The thing about Nickelback is that they have been the butt of the joke for so long that they have reached the level of legend. Okay, what other band from the 90s do you even think about anymore? Fastball? What is that? A baseball term? Buck Cherry? Who is that? A DJ I shouldn't have dated 2 years ago? But Nickelback has surpassed generations. Grandfathers tell their grandchildren to look at this photograph because it's the best line by the worst band that anyone has ever heard of. And Nickelback's just like, but you have heard of me. Killing it here. I'm Alicia Rain.
Yeah. Woo! Keep it going for Alicia. Yeah. Let us put a Zoom link. Pop in on the audience. I do a little neat lightning round for that. If you are a comedian and you watch the show and you stay till the end, it'll be like 1 to 3 minutes, depending on how much time we have. It's a little fun way to show off your ha-has and your sillies and your goofies. All right, we're gonna do a lightning round. I'm gonna randomly spotlight you, and you're gonna do 1 minute of jokes for me. And for the whole internet, I can pick you, or I could 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 pick you. Eventually, I'll pick you. Let me pick you. Here we go.
All right, let's start that timer. I don't want to cheat. I've been crunching numbers lately because I have the opportunity, like I said, to do open mics live and on Zoom. Just crunching the numbers, which is better? There's that argument, Zoom, live. I mean, there's positives, there's negatives to both of them. I mean, I think ultimately the biggest problem is regardless of the format, most of us just aren't that funny. I don't know. I did say I was crunching numbers. One thing I noticed is only about 69% of the live crowds get my Brooke jokes. I did also say that I had died briefly. And yeah, I mean, it's nice to be able to say that I'm 1-0 versus God in death, but I mean, I don't know. It's impressive, but I mean, at best, it's gonna end in a tie. Thank you, guys.
Look, I don't think Andre's here anymore, but I just need everyone to know that he tilts his hat the perfect angle and has the perfect length sideburns. It's really incredible. You should go back and check him out. Like I told you before, I moved into my parents' place with my partner and our toddler. So I'm just gonna try and sell you some shit real quick because I've been buying ashtrays obsessively on eBay and at thrift stores. I have this theory that like with marijuana being legalized, they're gonna come back. So I really like this setup. I'm really not gonna tell you any comedy, but this is cute. This is a lovely vintage ashtray from India in a beautiful purple and a green one from USA. And this is a toothpick. This is a fucking toothpick. It's brass. I love it. Buy my shit.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, wow. I was so in on the home shopping channel. That's amazing. I've got a radium glass ashtray. Let's talk later. Here's a business idea I've been kicking around for a while. It's going to be a subscription-based service. Once a month, probably. An insomniac is going to enter your home, hopefully with keys, but you know, and they will clean your kitchen. I'm looking for insomniacs. If you're interested in doing this, I just realized I'm not looking at the timer. There we go. Do not ask why the kitchen is being cleaned at 2 a.m. Ask what you can do to help clean the kitchen at 2 a.m. Is what I'm saying. I can't guarantee you when we'll show up, but we will be there to clean your house when ours is done. 5, 4K.
Oh, great. Anyway, interesting. I think I've just had the best thing to put on my credits now. I am Kirk Broussard's pain in the ass. Yeah, he's been having a pain in the ass for the last 19 years, and I'm your pain in the ass. I don't know whether to feel sorry for you or to feel glad. At least I'm your pain in the ass. I've been my mother's pain in the ass for the last nearly 2 decades. Maybe that's why she kicked me out after a decade and a half. Yeah. As we all noticed earlier, my nickname is Dick Brain, which is fun. Yeah, Dick Brain. Like, just keep saying it over and over again, like Dick Brain, Dick Brain. Eventually, you'll say Dick in Brain. But I'm just going to end my set on this. Dick Brains Unite.
Dick Brain.
Dick Brains.
Oh, wow. It's my turn again. So a while back, I had this dog. He was cute and kind of sweet most of the time, but he was a fucking pain in the ass the rest of the time. And he was weird. Like, if you like rubbed a balloon and made that sound, it scared the shit out of him. So at some point after I discovered this, the dog discovered something that made me mad. He figured out how to aim his pee into a scent bulb that was supposed to fragrance the house.
What?
He actually was able to get his pee into the scent bulb. So instead of disseminating, whatever floral scent it's supposed to disseminate, it was disseminating the scent of dog urine. Yeah. Anyway, it's all.
Oh, okay. So it's on me. All right. So I decided that if I got a chance, I would say this. I think his name is Charles. His name. Oh my gosh. Yes, I love your voice. I think I fell in love with you, and if you were straight, I would make you mine.
I'm married to a woman. Sorry.
Oh, really? You're straight? Oh my gosh, she's so lucky. Your voice is awesome. Okay, somebody else I fell in love with tonight. All hearts and unicorn farts.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love you and your bomb. Kurt, you have to cough. If the cough is coming, just let it out. Just let it out. It works better that way. Something else that you guys might want to know: if you have if any of you guys end up having a baby boy, when you put their diaper on, point their penis down, or they'll pee out of it. Learned that the hard way after 15 times of trying. And something else: if you feel like it's time to push, just push. Okay, my time is almost up. Yeah, I had fun. This was awesome, and that's it. Okay, bye.
Oh shit. So Audra, earlier,
Yes.
you had mentioned crop dusting, like weaponizing crop dusting. So it's actually the reason that I carry this with me. This is a fart bag. And it works in the same way. And you can really just kind of squeeze them out. Anyhow, I have a theory because I work in essential retail about anti-maskers and specifically like the angry white guy anti-masker. Those masks actually hold in all of their small dick energy, and the only way that they can actually regain it is if they rip it off violently when they push their way out of a store.
Yes.
That's all I have.
Yes.
I am the most paranoid black man in white America. But not for the reasons you might think. I'm paranoid because I think too many white people actually like me. And to some people, they say, oh, Lord, that's good. It means people want to hear what you have to say. Do you know what happened to the last person who wanted to hear what we had to say? I'd say I want you to sing, but you can't. The holidays are great, except for Black Friday. I'm not impressed. I'm black every Friday.
Yeah.
So what are they trying to tell me? Don't kill anybody, including yourself.
Oh, now I need a pick. Oh, okay. I'll do that. Act like I surprised to pick myself. It looked real. I looked surprised, right? Okay. So I call this the Karma Karen. Okay, this is the Karma Karen. I'm gonna tell you about how the Karma Karen happened. Went to a grocery store, had kind of a little meltdown, and like all the things topple into the middle of the aisle, and you're trying to get all your stuff, and there's a whole bunch of people that have to get by, but then there's a whole thing of stuff, and so you go back and you're like, that was kind of embarrassing, but you go home, no big deal. But then you go to the grocery store the next day and the bagger drops your cucumber on the ground, and then he puts your chocolate bars at the bottom and puts all the heavy stuff on top. So then you go and talk to the manager and you get your chocolate bars for free. That's the Karma Karen. Like karma, like kind of become a Karen. I think there's something there. Okay.
So most you people who are in rural areas will understand this, but do you ever wonder if that deer that stands in the middle of the road and gazes directly into your headlights, do you wonder if he has a death wish? like did he just decide one day to just stop in the middle of the road and be like, this is it for me, I'm done, I'm done living this deer life, waiting on being picked to be Santa's reindeer? It ain't gonna ever happen, so I'm just gonna end it right here. I mean, he's probably got a Rudolph complex. He doesn't have a ginger-haired prospector or a vertically challenged orthodontist to be friends with. So, I don't know. I really wish I had my car still. Fuck that deer.
I'm not on yet.
What do you mean?
Lele la chameleon. I love you, mommy. Señor Charles, yo te amo también, mi corazón. You all share my heart. You are my heart. We are doing the right things. We are right where we're supposed to be. I'm so glad I'm alive. I'm so glad that I have a chance to try to learn how to make people smile again without drugs, without sex. I'm a fucking liar. Those things are fun. I'm just trying to be a good girl. The key word is trying.
Hi again. You guys are so hilarious. I'm over here having my White Claw. I like to call this part of the mother dynamic that I'm proud to be a part of. It's like the high-waisted mom movement. I mean, I wouldn't quite say like high and waisted. It's more like relaxed and a little buzzed. But I'm not into like the shame, the mom shame of like, oh my gosh, don't talk about how much alcohol you drink or how much alcohol you don't drink. Bitch, you try raising some kids during the motherfucking pandemic. You try it. You try it out dry, okay? You try it out with no alcohol. You try it out with no weed. You try it out with no Xanax, okay? I'm not into that because marijuana takes that place in my heart. But come on, are we into this? Let's be real. And then we got the high-waisted mom jeans, which I'm never going to wear again. It's going to be like high-waisted mom elastic pants and shorts. I can't wait. I'm never going back. Never going back. High-waisted moms for life.
Woo!
Woo! Woo! Woo! Oh my God, that's what I get.
Pants. Night sleeping is the best way to sleep. Hot take. All right. Because if you sleep on your side, and if your right shoulder hurts, you can just roll over to your other side, right? If you're a back sleeper and your back hurts, you can roll over to your other back. Oh no, wait, you can't. You can't. You only have one back. Symmetry doesn't work that way, motherfuckers. You should have thought of that before you decided to become a back sleeper, you fucking dummy. All right. You probably know this, but when people invented last names, a lot of people just picked their job and made that their last name. So like Smith or Potter, anything like that. Well, my last name is Webb, which makes me think that one of my ancestors was ye old Spider-Man.
Ye old.
One of the things I'm looking forward to coming back is street festivals and carnivals. I really could go for a funnel cake right about now. Maybe a couple weeks ago it's a little warmer, but you get what I'm saying. Really like street festivals. What I don't care for, though, is carnival rides. Don't trust them one little bit. And I don't mean like you're full time, like Six Flags, like Disney sort of installments, like things on a concrete footing. I'm talking about the sort of machine that 2 days ago was getting towed behind a VW microbus and has now been hastily assembled in the church parking lot. Not had your life. I'm not going to be the guy that gets flung 300 yards into the corn maze because Gus missed a cotter pin while he was selling a dime bag to some 10th graders. I'm going to buy one of those dime bags, eat that funnel cake, watch the pig and call it a wonderful evening. I'm Nick Lindemann. This has been a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
Nick.
Hey, it's me. So this is my impression of Billy Crystal's character from The Princess Bride, but instead today. Okay. Have fun storming the Capitol, huh? That's right. Right. And then this is just another like home shopping idea where it's a DIY abortion kit. And it's just a wire hanger. But if you want to go organic, then it's chicken bones. So it's fun, right?
Deeper to push you down the stairs.
There you go. All right, guys, it's me. Waiting, I'm like done.
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
Funny. I love him.
Oh yeah, I like abortions. Okay, so a few new ones I wanted to try for your titty asses real quick. Talked about hero. A hero. Right, it's like so shit. There's one that's better, which I think we should all think about. I can be a hero, baby. I can kiss away the pain. Forever. You, something about my breath away. I can be a hero. Also, Charles Gushy, check it. Just to tell you a little bit about me, this is an OG Playboy ashtray from my grandmama, so that's why I am this way. Sitting down.
Baby, I was born.
That was awesome. That was a really fun 3 hours. Wow. And then 4 hours if you did the tag team Tuesdays. So a big round of applause for Ira. Backline, all of the Backline supporters. And then, of course, Kirk and Cody and Alicia and Nick and Arvin and Tyler and Kim and Charles and Annalise and Lele and Lloyd and Haley and Victoria and Audra and Virginia and then the other 69 people that were here, too. Oh, we'll see you next week.